It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
Yep, Charlamagne the God here. Welcome to another episode of the Brilliant Idiots podcast. I'm sorry. This is being posted on Thursday, but we didn't get to record until Thursday because I had something come up yesterday. So my guy Andrew Schultz isn't here. But before we start and I tell you who's here, let me let you know that today's episode of the Brilliant Idiots is sponsored by Cushy Dream CBD. Okay, the world today is nuts. And just when it seems like things are getting better, we're hit with even more reasons to be anxious and uncomfortable. And that's why our friends at Cushy Dreams can help, okay? Cushy Dreams specializes in high-quality, smokable CBD. This is plant-based medicine, people, and CBD has been shown to help with anxiety, depression, inflammation, even pain relief, and more. And smoking CBD gets it into your system right away, so you don't have to wait long for the effects to kick in, okay? Cushy Dreams extraordinary CBD-rich hemp flower comes in 1/8-ounce cans and pre-rolled joints. You know, I be having anxiety bad. I be in my head crazy. So whenever I don't want to just, experience the high of THC, I'll do some Cushy Dreams CBD quick, all right? It's cannabis that ships discreetly to you so nobody will know what's going on. You can get it in all 50 states. They got indica and sativa strains that deliver effects like relax, create, hustle, peace, energy, and dream. And with Cushy Dreams, experience the therapeutic benefits of CBD with full flower, full spectrum, and full flavor. We know you're sick of the carts. We know you're sick of the vapes. We know you're sick of the gummies, and you want to smoke your CBD, okay? And now you can enjoy all of the benefits of cannabis without getting high. Go to cushydreams.com, KUSHY. Use checkout promo code. At checkout, use your promo code IDIOTS for 20% off your next order. Your first order, your second order, whatever it is, and you can smoke your CBD with promo code IDIOTS and get 20% off today. Now let's start this show. I got two of my favorite folks in this building. Two of my favorite folks who I like on a personal level, but also on an industry level too, because, they're just very common sense, logical individuals. My man Wayno was here.
Was good, was goody, was goody. What's the deal?
And a person, I saw today and I said stranger danger because, I haven't seen her in at least 400 plus days at this point. Ivy Rivera is here.
Yes.
Big Money Ivy.
Come on now.
If you follow her on Instagram, you see her everywhere. Jamaica. Where you been during the pandemic? Because you wasn't following no social distancing rules.
Ivy on tour out here.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I have been following guidelines. Mm-hmm. Let's make this very clear.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my days where I'm not traveling, I am stuck in the crib.
Okay.
Doing what I need to do, drinking my teas and all of that. But I just came back from Atlanta. All-Star Weekend. It was crazy.
Where was you at before Atlanta, though?
Jamaica.
Okay.
Anns Bay.
How many islands you been on in the past, let's say 6 months?
Oof. 6 months? I would say 2.
Jamaica and where? I saw you somewhere else. Tulum.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Well, I'm happy to have you here, Ivy, man. It's a lot I want to talk about. It's a lot going on in the world of hip-hop. First of all, Wayno, last time I saw you...
It was like a week ago.
But I mean, yeah, I talked to Wayno. I'm not going to say last time I spoke to Wayno, I saw Wayno, but we was on the podcast. He was here on this Brilliant Idiots podcast. It was right before the New Year. And I asked a question.
Mm-hmm.
I asked you a question.
Yeah.
The question was, when Nyla was here, and it was, is the Drake era over? It was a question. It wasn't a definitive statement.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was a question. And I saw the news yesterday that he's going to have the number 1 and number 2 song in the country coming up. Is it safe to say the answer to the question is no?
Yeah, it's absolutely not. Like, what's crazy, we still get a lot of flack from that.
Yes.
But all I was saying at that time, because it was just everybody ran with that little clip, I never said it was over. I just said that, like, I think we entering a new era with Lil Baby. Where, like, I feel like Baby is in a space where, like, Wayne was in, like, 07. Where everything he get on, everybody love it. Every time he drops something, niggas just checking for it, whatever. But, like, yeah, Drake, I ain't gonna hold you. That nigga Drake is unstoppable,
He's
bro.
different.
He's unstoppable.
He's very different.
He's really good, too. Like, he's really, really good.
But we never said he wasn't.
No.
We just asked the question. It's just that whenever you give critique of somebody that people say is the best, right? They think you're hating.
Absolutely. Anytime you don't agree with what everybody else agree with, it's just hating. It's like, you just be like, yo, I like oranges more than apples, man. Why you hating on apples all the time? Like, everything is always considered hate when you just don't go with what everybody else is saying. And it's not like what we said was we was trying to go against the grain. It's just like, it's a honest question.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just an honest question.
Ivy, what would you say the answer to that question is?
I mean, Drake said it himself. It's a rollie, not a stopwatch. Shit don't never stop. It don't never stop. I mean, he's really a innovator. He has changed the game in many ways. So for him to drop a 3-track EP and 2 of the 3 is top 2 in the country, come on.
Yeah, I've said it before, and the good things, the positive things I say about Drake never, seem to go anywhere. But
Me.
the thing with Drake is I've never seen a musical run. Somebody put out that much music for this long of a time, and people haven't gotten tired of it yet.
Yeah, that nigga's really good, man. Like he's just really good. I was saying this earlier. Like I feel like when it comes to like rapping ability, like it can always be argued like if somebody's a better rapper than him. But as far as like making music, he's like the best nigga to ever like make music. Like, I can't even.
Why do y'all see y'all say stuff like that?
So I'm gonna
to push back.
All right, so look, real quick. Let me just put it. Let me frame it up a little bit. So yeah, of course everybody know I love Jay-Z as that's my favorite rapper of all time, right? Do I feel like Jay-Z is a better rapper than him? Absolutely.
Yes.
Do I think that this nigga just has a fucking Drake, I'm talking about, has like this ability to make undeniable songs like 90% of the time? Yes. Well, I don't feel like that's the same for Jay. I feel like Jay...
What?
No, now listen. I'm not talking about rapping. I'm not talking about his rapping ability. I'm talking about like, it's way more songs that come from Jay that niggas have questioned like, that shit alright, like it ain't.
Not true.
That's very true. It's very true. And that's very true,
Where you
bro.
talking about?
That's
Where you
very
from?
true.
Hold on. Respectfully,
Okay.
that song, the Entrepreneur joint with
That
Pharrell,
shit came and went. Nobody.
It came and went.
And it was a good
song.
Yes, it is. How is it not a song?
They had a verse on there,
Bro, it's all the nigga Pharrell is saying. All Pharrell is saying, black man, black man, black man. That's all he's saying on the whole song, bro.
One verse.
All I'm saying is, look.
That's disrespectful.
No, look, because people,
real.
y'all
It's
jump
not
out the window.
disrespectful.
I'm not jumping out the window because I'm the nigga that always go against, like, I always go. Drake think I do not like him. I don't know this nigga at all, right? All I'm saying is, bro, is like, when it come to making songs, like, you just said that it's not been a nigga that had a musical run this long. So how is that, like,
That's not on Drake. That, to me, that's more on the consumer. Usually consumers get fed up with people. It just is. We live in an era
Not
like...
the best niggas.
Yes,
Nah,
of
not the best
course.
niggas, bro. Not the best niggas.
Listen, you're not gonna sit there and act like Ja Rule wasn't one of the best at one time.
Why is you bringing up Ja Rule, bro? Like,
Yo.
come on, my nigga. Like, that's such an old example to
DMX
use. Like,
wasn't one of the best at one time.
niggas, now look, DMX
50
is
Cent
core.
wasn't one of the best at one time.
Yo,
But you
yeah,
comparing
wait.
old and new.
Wait.
But these guys were red hot.
Listen, real
Wayne,
quick.
the guy you
Dipset.
just mentioned,
Yeah.
Lil Wayne wasn't red hot at one time.
Yes, he
People
was, but
got
guess what?
tired of
Wayne
it.
didn't. You know what Wayne's problem was? Everybody that you mentioned, they hit a point where they stopped making great music. Not that they lost their ability. Wayne could still rap as good as everybody else, but as far as making songs, that nigga don't make the same type of songs he used to make.
Now that's the difference,
Yeah,
right?
with the times.
Drake has more diverse sounding music. I still think Jay has a better catalog.
Yeah, I mean, bro, this is the thing. End of the day, like, everybody feels like the best nigga from their era is the best person ever, right? With everything.
Drake feels like Jay's the best one ever.
Yes, because that's of his era growing up. I'm talking about, like, for this generation. I'm not of this generation. I'm 2 years from 40. Like, I'm not of this generation. But for these kids, that is the best nigga ever for them.
Drake
The same
is
way how
the
Jay was the best nigga for
Michael
us.
Jordan for us with basketball.
Yeah,
I get what you're
Jordan.
saying.
Then in the 2010s is 2000s they say Kobe, and in the 2010s is LeBron.
Peace.
I'm
You know
not
what I'm saying? Like,
disputing any of that. All I'm simply saying is you can't act like Jay-Z's musical catalog isn't incredible.
Nobody said that. See, nobody's not saying
Amazing.
that.
You said Drake had a better catalog than
I
Jay.
didn't even use the word catalog, nigga. You
But
said
that's what
that.
you're talking about.
No. I'm saying that, like, what I'm saying is that, bro, the nigga Jay been doing this shit since I was in junior high school.
96.
Okay, I'm not discounting that, right? I'm not discounting that. All I'm saying is for song making. Jay never loses his rap ability at all. He never. But let's not act like it's not mad songs that you don't give a fuck about from
I'm gonna tell
Jay-Z.
you the wackest Jay-Z songs of all time.
Songs you can't even. It's a lot of.
No, it's not a lot.
It's not like
Call
not a
whack
lot.
though, damn.
Huh?
What you call whack though?
Justify My Thug, garbage.
Nah.
Come
You're
on.
bugging. See, you
It's
went
more what
all
you
the
can
way
relate
left.
to.
I thought you was gonna say some of that shit off that Magna Carta
No,
shit.
the shit with Usher, the Script Club record. Off what was that on? That was
still
on
on Blueprint.
Kingdom Come.
Yeah, there's a lot. This is what I'm
Garbage.
saying. There's a lot of questionable shit on it. Look,
Change Clothes.
Change
Now
Clothes
you
not a
bugging
bad
out.
song.
You
Change
bugging
Song's
out.
not.
I'm gonna have to jump in there.
See, it's not a
You
bad
out.
song. It's not a bad song.
It's all your preference at the end of the day.
And this is what I'm
though.
saying. Like, look, Drake, the nigga could rap too, right? But I'm saying like his rapping ability is not. I don't feel like his rapping ability is better than Jay's. But nigga, if you talking about just songs, and I didn't agree when Academic said this shit like a year ago. Like he was like, "Yo, if niggas got to go song for song." Now it depends on who you playing the songs for, right?
No,
Exactly.
It depends on who you paying the songs
y'all
for.
so
Of course.
disrespectful.
No,
when it comes
I'm
to
not
Jay.
being disrespectful. I'm just you talking about having a run for this long, bro. Like it's not that many songs from Drake. I'm talking about it's not that many songs from Drake that you be like, that's a bad song.
But the only reason I give Drake credit for this run is because of the quantity of music he puts out. If we're going album for album, because that's what Jay did for over 10
Jay
years.
definitely got better albums.
That's my point.
Jay definitely has better albums.
But just for somebody to have as many features and release as many songs as Drake does, I've never seen a run where
can I use a
nobody's
basketball?
gotten tired
Can I
of him.
use a basketball analogy?
Please.
Okay, Michael Jordan is the greatest nigga to ever play basketball.
That's
He's
Jay.
not the greatest person to shoot a basketball. He's not.
All right.
Steph Curry is the best nigga to ever shoot a basketball in
Yeah.
basketball history.
Of course.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
No, I don't
Yes,
like
he
that
is.
one. He
What?
is. Steph is, but I don't like that analogy.
Why?
I think Drake is more. I think he is more LeBron.
I just think Drake has a better percentage of like. It depends because we talking about who you playing the records for. Because if you playing the records for me, I'm Jay all day. But I'm just
It
saying,
is.
like, bro, Drake, that nigga is not regular, bro.
Ivy, you like who?
I like both. I love Jay. I love Drake. I think they both had their experiences with different times.
Mhm.
Like if Jay was in a streaming era, it would have been
Yeah,
over.
Bananas.
Drake is of the streaming era.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he has more leverage, and he's also evolving with the times. Like he's finding different ways to put people on. Not saying that Jay didn't do it, but
Drake
can't.
hasn't done that yet.
It was. What you mean?
He put
I don't think he put
no,
nobody
wait.
on yet.
He will
Not
find
in the way
an
Jay
emerging
has.
artist
No,
and
she's
throw a
talking about,
verse
like,
on it,
yeah.
and then boom.
He don't. He just never broke
But
it.
he
Like
got that formula from Jay though.
he is, bro. He took his whole shit.
Yeah.
Why not?
He mimicked his whole shit.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying, like, and what Ivy is saying, Jay don't do songs with niggas. Like he don't do songs with up and coming niggas at all. Now, if we talking about breaking artists on your label, Drake has not done that.
No, he
the
hasn't
only
done
one
that.
he has is Party.
But we got to take a step back with Jay because you got to remember Jay jumped on High Remix back in the day, right? Jay
Yeah, but
jumped
it was a big record before he jumped on it.
That's true, but you was still a new artist.
Yeah, but it was still a big record before he jumped. Nobody never heard of, and I'm this because I love Black Boy JB. That's my nigga. But nobody never heard of this
I see
nigga
what you're saying.
until Look Alive.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And it's very arguable that people not checking for him now.
Listen, I'm not even mad to have this conversation because Drake deserves to be in this conversation.
Mhm.
All right, but I'm just saying, I just think personally Jay has a better catalog, but I respect Drake because I've never seen somebody put this much music out, have this many features, and nobody's gotten tired of them. And that brings us to the 3-pack. I liked the 3-pack. You know why I like the 3-pack? Because Drake sound hungry again.
Mm-hmm. He be talking that talk. I'm sorry.
But where he had lasted back in the day though.
Wait, because you can't. The only person we can compare it to is Jay because we talk
That's
about
it.
96 to 2006, 2009 or 2010 to 2011. It's the same like.
But see, Jay was getting his mogul on too, though. So Jay was in his executive
Man,
bag.
fuck the
at Def
executive
Jam.
shit. We talk about music.
But it is music because without Jay, you don't get Rick Ross.
I know, but we not
You don't
counting.
get Rihanna.
We're
you
not
don't
counting
get,
that as to. Come on,
You
bro. Like, we not-
should.
nah, man. Come on, bro.
You should.
We got to put executives over artists if that's the case. Like,
Because that's the pressure I'm putting on Drake now. I like the 3-pack. And the 3-pack really
do
made
that,
me look,
Charlamagne.
no, I'm going to tell you why. The 3-pack made me look forward to Certified Lover Boy, right? But I'm looking forward to Certified Lover Boy because Drake sound like he's got something to prove. Now, if So Far Gone was Drake's, let's just say Reasonable Doubt. If Take Care, well, was Drake's, let's say, Hard Knock Life Volume 2,
that's a good one.
right? Then where's his blueprint? We waiting for that blueprint, right?
Nothing was the same. But see, that's the problem when we compare these albums is we looking at like the content of the album as to how we're viewing it. That's a big part of it. Like you looking at these is two totally different niggas. Like, cause it's almost like the Allen Iverson shit. Like, you know how you talk about Allen Iverson, niggas be like, well, he's the first nigga to wear a shooting sleeve. Like, you know what I mean? Or that nigga wore a do-rag. Like, it's like niggas be like, and niggas be like, man, Drake ain't never catch a gun charge or stab a nigga in a club. Like that's what niggas be using as the argument to who's, I don't even think it's a question of who's better. Yeah. I don't think that's a question. But I feel like if we talking about in terms of who's the next of that era, is him. Yeah,
but I'm not comparing content of the albums. I'm comparing what those albums did. When Reasonable Doubt,
nothing was the same.
And So Far Gone had a much bigger impact culturally and commercially than Reasonable Doubt did, right? But I'm just talking about as far as people saying your first album is a classic.
You said So Far Gone had more of a cultural impact,
cultural and commercial. The Reasonable Doubt.
I mean, yeah.
At the time, yes.
I mean, but see, but bro, it's hard. It's like you can't. The reason why I never do that is because these are two totally different times in existence. Mm-hmm. Like everything is different. It's like Ivy said, like the streaming era. But J Soul, he had niggas lining up for blocks to sell physical copies. So it's one of the same. I don't think like you can really compare it.
It's unfair. It's unfair to compare. 100%.
It is. It's like you can compare energy for sure, but I don't look at So Far Gone as like, if that's the case, I don't look at that as Reasonable Doubt for him.
If all you have to compare Drake to is Jay-Z, then he has done his job.
Absolutely.
He has done his job.
Because he superseded Wayne as far as a rapper.
What are you going to do? Compare him to Lil Wayne, compare him to Rick Ross, and they're all great. There's nobody greater than Jay-Z.
But you think he would have lasted?
Wayne would be the hardest nigga to win a versus against.
Yo, you think he would have lasted?
Wayne is like one of the hardest niggas to win a versus. That nigga got hit records in every fucking decade, bro. Like 4 decades.
Light-skinned dude, all that.
So
back, I don't think he would have did that back then.
He wouldn't. I don't think he would have lasted back then. Who? Especially because
Drake. It had DMX. They were too hard back then. But
this what I'm saying. You can't. We can't play. We can't be Monday night quarterback in fantasy football. What if would have happened? Like you got to go off of what it is. It's like
I get it.
I'm with you, but that's why I say I'll go off energy. I when I say So Far Gone was his Reasonable Doubt, that's just from the aspect of first album solidified them. You knew this dude was something, right? We just didn't know what that something was going to be. Take Care to me was the album that really commercially not just set Drake up, but set up like Toronto in a way. Like that's when you knew like Drake and the 6 and the 40 sign had arrived. That's how I feel about Hard Knock Life Volume 2 for Jay. I feel like that's when Jay became a star.
Yeah.
But then now
Thank Me Later is definitely his In My Lifetime album.
I don't remember which one was Thank Me Later.
His first album, bro. Thank Me Later is his first album.
I always consider So Far Gone. That's when I first heard him. That's when
So Far Gone is before Thank Me Later.
Yeah, that's why I always consider So Far Gone the first album.
But that's just, I mean, yeah, but it's like he got records on there that ain't his record. He got freestyles on there.
I just remember that whatever year that was, I think it was like 09. There was not a woman's house I would go over or a woman's car I would get into that was not listening to So Far Gone. But I'm saying all that to say I'm waiting for Drake to give us a Blueprint. Because Blueprint is absolutely Jay-Z's best project, right? Some people say.
We're not never going to get it if we look at it from that context, bro. We're not never going to get it because we compare. It's like saying like, all right, and that's why I always use basketball analogies because that's the only thing that makes sense to me. It's like, all right, LeBron got to give us a last Jordan shot. It's like, you know how many factors got to go into for like that Utah shot for that to happen? It's like that might never ever happen. So I don't think that we could put it in a Blueprint context. Like we just got to appreciate a great album from this nigga.
I think we can get it.
But he falls under that. I'm sorry to cut you off. He falls under that pressure though. I think that's why he made Scorpion. You know what I mean? Because he falls under the pressure of niggas saying, oh, he should only, because I feel like if that nigga did an album just rapping,
he'd give us a Blueprint. That's my point.
But it's not going to be Blueprint.
I'm not saying it's going to be Blueprint.
Impact,
I'm just saying energy-wise, it'll be the album that everybody be like, damn.
Because I feel like you got to diss niggas. If you going to make a Blueprint, you got to diss niggas, bro. You got to make a takeover, all that. He ain't.
But I feel like he does it all the time. And Drake is the type of artist, like he has range. There's not, I don't believe that there's going to be a project where he's just strictly rapping. He's going to drop some vocals.
Yeah.
Like, there's, what's that project, Jesus Christ? If you're reading this, it's too late. It's not even an album. That's probably the best project he has ever made, in my opinion.
Let me ask you this, though, Ivy. Like, why we don't call it, like, do you know what I hate about that shit? Is like, why don't we consider that an album?
Because he didn't.
but it's still an album. And they still spent the same money and the same marketing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's still, it didn't roll out the same way, but it's still, like, to me, that ranks in his discography as one of his best things he's ever done.
No, I do. That's actually my favorite Drake album. If you're reading this, it's too late.
But that's the most controversial one as well. Because that's the writing shit.
I didn't give a fuck. I just like the music.
I mean, I don't give a fuck now, but at that time, bro, like we ain't gonna act like we ain't gonna sweep that under the rug. At that time, I don't hold him to that no more. Because after that, as the amount of niggas I know that don't write their shit is like, I don't even care no more, bro. Like,
honestly, I just side note, I thought that was always a thing that could have taken hip hop further. And I'll tell you why. You know, you see these artists in other genres of music, they're always with different writers, different producers, and that's why a lot of them stay around for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, if you're willing to do that as a hip-hop artist, your run might be way longer.
But rap is more competitive in the sense of I'm better than you, not we're better than y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Full of ego. Full of ego. If people could craft everything by themselves, they would. They don't want to accept the help because now they feel like they're taking away a part of themselves of what makes them great.
Well, I mean, that's one of the things that made hip hop. I mean, like when you think about like hip hop, because we trace it back to the roots of it. It's like if you didn't write your rhymes, then like it's like you got joked on for that, or you wasn't as good because you had help. I think it's such a different conversation now that like, because Drake is only one, bro. I say like at least 60% of these niggas don't write their shit. Like 60%, bro. 65.
When you say don't write, you mean like don't write a lick?
I say no. I feel like 65% of these niggas got reference tracks.
Well, it's different now because some of these motherfuckers sound like they don't write.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they
sound like they go in the booth high and just talk.
Yeah, but it's a science to that shit though. It's a science to that too. Like for real.
The entertainers though.
Nah, dope shit comes out of that though.
I was saying, how much doper could you be if you? Because catching the melody is important, right? Like, you've heard these rappers, like, I've heard Jay mumbling, but he's mumbling the melody. It's nothing there yet, but you just hear what that flow will be like. How much doper would it be if you caught the melody and actually took that melody and wrote some shit?
I feel like that's all particular to your process, to each person's process. Because it's like, I've never been in the studio with Future, but I heard that nigga goes in the booth and just does 100, like, you know what I mean? He'll do that and then go back, and then that shit becomes some of the greatest records we ever heard from the nigga. So it's like, I think it's all particular to like what your process is. Because I don't think like if you can not write it and it sounds just as good, then that's fine. Like you don't have to write it down for it to sound
There's
good.
even artists that work backwards where they will write the song, they don't even have a beat yet. And they will arrange it to something that they find to like make it complete.
That's how niggas in jail write music. That's real shit. That's how niggas in jail write music.
Yeah, I mean, of course, because they don't got a beat in front of them.
Or they be, beating on their chest and all that shit.
Beating on their chest?
Nah, dead ass. Niggas be doing that shit.
But I mean, listen, I'm expecting a lot from Aubrey. I am. I'm still expecting. And listen, people debate about whether or not he got a classic album.
Yeah.
When I talk to like the Ivies of the world, and you know the Nylas, like to that generation, something like "Take Care" is a classic. You know what I mean? If you're reading this, "It's Too Late" is a classic. You know, so I can't compare it to the classics I grew up on. But at this point, especially after hearing that 3-pack, if he sticks to the rap, I think he can give us one. And you said something too. One of y'all said something. You said it was about being better in rap. I don't think that's the case no more. I think it's about being bigger.
Yeah,
I think the reason we love Drake is because he can rap. But as Ivy said, he talking that talk.
But rap is all about shit talking.
He's the biggest artist in the world.
But rap has always been about like who's the best shit talker, bro. That's all it's been. Like that's why I love Mace, because Mace was like the greatest shit talker ever at rapping.
Really?
What?
Call him biased.
Lately, these niggas that hate me just make me want to send them heat without AC. You think something sweet then taste me? Like, bro, he used to be talking shit, bro. That shit talking.
Yeah. Damn Mexican.
You just don't. That's Mace. I'm biased. Him and Mace got history. That's why he be hating on Mace, because him and Mace they don't like each other. But
I ain't even know that.
Y'all niggas not going. Oh, you know what?
I don't dislike Mace.
I don't even know what happened.
All I'm saying is
Mace?
that don't say that Mace wasn't one of the best shit talkers, bro. He's one of the at his time. I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about at his time.
No, I never felt that.
Bro, it was a point in time where he was a bigger artist than Jay-Z.
I'm not saying that, but I still think Jay was a better shit talker, especially when Jay jumped on there and said, check your own credits.
Whatever, you always be number two. Check your own videos, you always be number two. You don't remember the 112 song though?
I can hum all you want to, come all you want to.
Bro, exactly. You guys never want a problem like we want. You don't remember shit? Niggas talking platinum this,
oh yeah, niggas talking platinum this, platinum that.
No, he said when it comes to platinum always wrap my wrist. When he was the 112 song, Cats never want a problem like we wanted. When Harlem World
G's on it.
Yeah, I pushed the green 700 and G's on it. And if you can't see the ice, that means my sleeves on it. That was a J diss, that record.
I don't even think Cam is top 3 Harlem shit talkers.
You said what?
I don't even think he's top 3 Harlem shit talkers.
What?
Cam?
Yeah, Cam is number 1, but Mace, bro,
you
who
have
else?
to give him his flowers. You
Be like 4. I say Cam, Jim Jones, McGruff.
Oh my God. He's like anybody but me.
See, no, because you know what? My problem is I can't control my reactions, and I don't want Jim, my brother. I don't want him to think, bro.
Jim be talking shit.
I love Jim to death. That's my nigga. I know Jim since I was 18 years old. He's not a better shit talker when it came to rap than Mace. When Mace was the man,
Mace ain't never had "I'll smack your kufi" offline.
I'm not talking about. God. See, I'm talking about rapping, nigga. I'm not talking about aggression.
Shit talking though.
No, I'm not talking about pure aggression.
That's shit talking.
Jim was the most pure aggressive nigga ever. Like, but I'm not talking about rapping wise.
By the way, in the past 3 years, out of New York City, just New York City, not New York State, New York City, nobody's been making better music than Jim Jones.
You said out of New York. You said out of New York City
over the last 3 years.
Pop Smoke. I mean, I know he passed, but you would put.
Are you dumb, stupid,
that's different. That's a different era.
It's not a different era, nigga.
I'm happy
You
I just
said
listened to
New York.
New York. Well, okay, I put it
What
like
happened to Young M.A.?
Young
She's
M.A.
smoking everybody.
Young M.A. can rap, but I can't. I don't want y'all get.
We ain't heard the songs. Let's be honest.
No, I've heard the songs. Young M.A. can rap her ass off. I just think that people don't take gay artists serious. For real. I think that's the biggest problem with her shit. And I'm not a
Missy,
problem. That's
crazy
who she
as hell.
is,
Missy
but I feel
was
like
huge.
people don't.
Nah, but Missy wasn't on her.
Oh,
We're
I
not
didn't know
talking
Missy
about.
was gay.
But we're not talking about.
Okay.
This guy is so crazy.
No, dead ass though. I feel like people view like. People don't take Young M.A. as serious because of that, for real. If Young M.A. was strictly, you know, if Young M.A. looked like Meg Thee Stallion and she rapped the way she do, her respect would be through the roof. If Young M.A. was a nigga because she raps better than mad niggas.
I don't think it got nothing to do with her sexuality.
Yes, it do.
I think it got to do.
Yes, it do.
I think that Ooh record was too big. I think if Young M.A. had like records before that, because she can rap her ass off. If she was respected,
I'm talking about rapping. I'm talking about making records.
If she was respected as a lyricist first, and then gave us Ooh, we'd be like, oh, because all she's been doing since Ooh is just barring niggas up, and it's dope. But she ain't gave us another record.
She gave us Big.
What was
that
Big?
Big Drip. Big Rent.
It wasn't like Ooh.
Ivy be outside.
That was for the summer.
Yeah.
I never heard the other one though.
I ain't gonna front. Ooh is. That's like when you got Beyonce posting your shit, like that's a whole hell yeah. Beyonce,
I never even heard.
Beyonce
Big.
did like a fucking not Big. I'm talking about
Big.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Now Beyonce
Ooh
did like
piece.
like a boomerang or some shit to Ooh before. Like,
But that's my point. Ooh was so big.
But that's the problem. That's the gift and the curse of having a fucking hit record.
As a lyricist, because she can rap.
Yo, I respect her as a lyricist.
No, she'll
can
bar you the
rap,
fuck
bro.
up.
She the best. Yo, rapping wise. There's no girl that can rap better than her right
Why
now.
do you say
Rap
that?
City? What about
Other than
Rap City?
Nicki.
Rhapsody.
Rhapsody is a monster.
Rhapsody, yeah. I give it to Rhapsody. I give it
She's
to
a
Rhapsody.
monster.
I give it to Rhapsody, but Young M, as far as rapping,
Rhapsody rap better than all these niggas.
she does. Listen, I'm not
Running
taking nothing away
circles
from
around
Rhapsody.
her.
Best
My
rapper
fault,
out.
my sister Rhapsody, for forgetting you in that moment. But Rhapsody, and I
Monster.
put Young M as far as rappers.
I agree
Like
with
Nicki,
that.
but Nicki's number one. I put Nicki over everybody.
I agree with that. But I'm saying all that to say we're expecting a lot from Drake. And if we were wrong, if we said that Drake's era was over.
Nah, it's not over.
Nah, it's definitely not over.
It's changing though.
All right, let's stop and pay some bills. Keeps, okay? More than 50 million men in the U.S. suffer from male pattern baldness. Myself and Wayno definitely fall into that 50 million category.
I'm early.
And there are only 2 FDA-approved medications that can prevent hair loss, okay? Keeps provides both, all right? Keeps offers a simple, stress-free way to keep your hair, convenient virtual doctor consultations and medications delivered straight to your door every 3 months. You don't have to leave your home and loosen that grip on your wallet. Keeps is low cost, okay? Treatment starts at just $10 per month, and Keeps offers generic versions on top of discreet packaging and proven results. Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors. Remember, prevention is key. All right? Treatments can take 4 to 6 months to see results, so act fast. If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/idiots to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's keeps.com/idiots to get your first month free. Keeps.com/idiots. And the Brilliant Idiots is also brought to you by Native, all right? This year, 2021, after what we went through in 2020, We're all looking forward to a fresh start, okay? A great way to start fresh is with some self-care and fresh scents from Native, all right? Native aluminum-free deodorant is a great addition to your 2021 routine. Native cares about what you put under your armpits. That's why their deodorants ingredients list includes things you've actually heard of, like coconut oil and shea butter. Another plus, none of their products are tested on animals and almost everything is vegan, okay? Switching to Native from an antiperspirant doesn't mean you'll have to worry about that midday BO either. Very important, especially when summertime comes. You know how stink you got to be musky in the winter? Native will have you walking around smelling like coconut and vanilla, citrus and herbal musk, or maybe even lavender and rose. You can choose from over 10 scents, including their classics and rotating seasonals, so you're guaranteed to find one you love. Native deodorant has over 16,000 five-star reviews and has been featured in the Today Show for a reason. It works. Make the switch to Native today by going to nativedeo.com/idiots or use promo code idiots at checkout and get 20% off your first order. That's nativedeo.com/idiots or use promo code idiots at checkout for 20% off your first order. Now let's get back to the show. What deal do we want to start with? Because I saw my guy Wayno post a tweet yesterday. Let me find this tweet so I can read it verbatim. Before I knew I wanted to talk about this. But when I saw Wayno tweet this, I said, yeah, I got to get Wayno on, because Wayno said something that I 100% agree with. Let me go to Elliot Wilson, because he reposted everything, and that's why I saw it. Let me see. Wayno said, y'all idiots think the only way to own something is owning 100% of it. What did you mean by that, Wayno? Expound.
I mean, something that I always say, man, 100% of zero is still zero. You know what I mean? A lot of people... This is the thing, right? Like, everybody got their right to give their opinion, right? Everybody has the right to say something, but like, you could also always be held accountable for the shit that you say and the misinformation you spread. And I feel like, because the crazy thing about it is that people think that because I work for Rockefeller, I really don't give a fuck about what Jay-Z do or don't. I ain't got to check. I'm dead serious.
You're a black man in America. We all care about what Jay-Z does.
Listen, what he does is good. What I'm saying about that is that shit don't put $1 in my pocket nor take one out.
It inspires me to go get more money.
It inspires me to go get more.
Make more moves.
So what I mean is that people be thinking that I'm on some like train where I'm trying to defend everything he does. All I'm saying is that I see so many people giving critique that don't know shit about business. I agree with. I might be personalizing it a bit because I'm having individual conversations and I'm giving a general blanket statement. But yo, people think that like, all right, if you sell shares of your company or if you build the company up and then you bring in a partner, that means that your company isn't black owned anymore. So like, my question that I pose to people is this, because a lot of people say it for Jay-Z, but not anybody else, right? It only applies to him. It's like, okay, so black people, we want everybody to do business with us, but we shouldn't do business with anybody. That's the question I pose, because I never see that happen when it's Rihanna making her being worth a damn near $1 billion or having $1 billion company that she doesn't own 100% of.
3.6 billion. 3.6
billion. That she doesn't own 100% of, right?
Owns, I think 15%, maybe more. I know.
Amazing.
Last time I checked, it was 15.
Thus, but people still consider it.
That's her being the richest woman in music.
But people still consider it her company.
Yes,
exactly. So thus y'all think that the only way to own something is owning 100% of it. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
Because people just critique it all the time, and they don't be. It be the niggas that ain't never made a deal ever in their life.
And the ones who talk.
Yeah, what Jay-Z said, everybody want to tell you how to do it, but they never done it. You know? Yeah. Ivy worked for one of them black-owned companies that has a lot of partnerships, Combs Enterprises. You know what I mean? I mean, it's so many places we could go with this, right? I looked at, I saw Michael Rainey Jr., Tariq from Power. He called Jay-Z, Timberland, and Swiss Beats sellouts. For the deals that they're making. And what I would tell young Michael Rainey, he's 20 years old, I would say, from now on, because you box yourself in a corner when you say things like that.
Right. You
don't own stars. You don't own any of the production companies that film any of those franchises that you're on. Power, Ghost, whatever it is.
Unit Productions, he's not a partner in that.
No, exactly.
Pretty sure he's not.
And I would also tell Michael Rainey, when you say things like that, young man, when you come up with an idea for a TV show or a movie, you better fund it yourself, you better produce it yourself, and you better distribute it yourself are we gonna be on your ass?
Oh yeah,
because based on your logic,
absolutely,
you would be a sellout if you created an idea and then partnered with a company to put said idea out.
Right.
So I'll be wondering, where does this logic come from certain individuals when they say certain things? Do they really believe this? Or do they not know any better? Or they're just going with whatever the internet is saying at the time? Because a lot of people wake up and they see certain things and they wait for the internet to tell them how to feel about it.
It's
absolutely.
lack of business etiquette at the end of the day. Like you're not educating yourself enough beyond what you see on social media. The popular opinion becomes a truth, which is not the truth. You know? So it's like if everybody's saying like this ain't that, then you're gonna believe that this ain't that without doing your own research.
Right, and that's the problem. Nobody do no fucking research. It's just like all of these people. The shit that kills me is this, right? It's like I understand why there's levels in business, right? Like, bro, if you working at Target, you just work on the floor, you don't know what the managers talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, bro. Like, you're not privy to that information until you raise your shit up. That's when you start understand. That's when niggas start calling you in them rooms to have them conversations. So for people who are not in these, that's not a part of no type of business, and so many people that I seen never executed no business, ain't even scratching the inclination of what I do. You gonna tell, like, you telling me what this does for every and it's brothers. I'm gonna talk to my brother when I talk to him, but saying that
Our guy Ak?
No, not Ak. Ak is off the hook because Ak be talking a lot of boy. Ak don't practice what he preach at all, bro. Hey, listen, he the funniest nigga on the planet. But
I talked to Ak yesterday.
For real, what I'm saying is right. Like he said, because people just say, oh, he's in business for himself. So the Tidal thing, that's what it was. But people say, yo, don't know black people. You know how many black people I know work at Tidal?
That's what I saw Ak say. I hit Ak yesterday because I was just like, I was like, yo, Ak, you got it. I need clarity. I need to know why you think Jay-Z is selfish for that. Like, selfish is a strong word to use when a man spends $56 million of his own money to buy a streaming service, brings in 16 artists for their cultural cachet, gives them all 3% each of said company, then sells that company for 5 times what he bought it for, and all of those people with 3% equity get $8.9 million, and they're still the second largest shareholders in the company.
Amazing.
How is that selfish?
What kills me is all the people that when a nigga did it said, I ain't buying no Tidal. I ain't giving that nigga Jay-Z no money. Where was support black business then? Yo, niggas was like, man, that nigga, him and Beyonce is rich. I'm not giving them niggas I already got Apple. But see, the problem is that there's a face to the name. That's the biggest problem. It's a face to the name, and people personalize how they feel. Listen, I don't know. I never seen a nigga that owns Spotify. I don't know what he look like. I know that he's a young white kid or whatever, but like nobody knows what he look. Nobody's not saying that they're not gonna pay for Spotify. They're paying for a service. But because you counting other niggas' pockets, now it's a problem.
McDonald's.
He got more money. Now we can't give him no more.
And Tidal gives you more money from your streams than all those other services.
That's a fact. If Tidal would have had, let's just say, half the subscribers Apple had.
Right.
If they had half the subscribers Spotify had, you probably wouldn't have a need to sell. You know what I'm saying? But y'all didn't support, right?
Right.
Yeah. And I think we have these conversations about black ownership, but we don't have conversations about black business enough.
Right.
Because what Jay did with Tidal is great black business. 16 black families are now damn near $9 million richer.
Amazing.
Because of a deal that this man did. And I saw Ak say about there's no black people that work at Tidal. You saw the picture. It's like, yo, man, he bought a company. It's not like Tidal started from scratch. It was a pre-existing company that he bought. So you saw the Switzerland office. Have you ever been to Rock Nation's offices with the Tidal floor?
No, they have not. None of them have.
Family and all that.
Me, you, and Wax went there before when they first opened that shit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Remember that, Wax, when we all went there? But that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's the problem, man. Don't nobody know, but it's cool to just say shit and everybody be like, yeah, that's...
And the ones who talk.
Bro, it's ridiculous. But you know what? I don't give a fuck, yo, because people gonna make up whatever they make up, man. People make shit up about me that I be like, for real? Like, I didn't know that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and it be the ones that never shook your hand.
Never shook your hand.
Talk about it.
And never did a business deal ever. Even with the Swiss and Tim thing, right? It's like, yo, man, let's look at what this is. And this should actually inspire so many creators, right?
Yeah.
Swiss and Tim started doing something on Instagram for fun. There was no business to it.
None.
It was let's get on Instagram, let's battle each other. And then next thing you know, they get Hit Boy and Boy Wonder to do it. And now they got all these other artists involved and we're all intrigued. And then Apple gets involved and, you know, it starts becoming somewhat businessy, right? They could have stuck with Apple. They decided to go somewhere where not only did they do a great deal and put money in people's pockets, but they gave 40 plus artists equity in a company that didn't even exist last year. And not just equity in Versus, they got equity in Triller, a company that's had an evaluation for over like $1 billion.
Yeah.
40 plus black people have equity in this app that's going to sell one day.
But I'm gonna tell you, at the potluck, if it ain't no cornbread, the niggas did bad. I'm telling you, bro. That's how it be, bro. Like niggas personalize everything. Like, and it'd be the people that don't do no business. That's the shit that kills me. Like, if it was other like big business people saying some shit about it, then I'd be like, all right, let's look into this. It'd be people that don't execute no big business and not doing nothing to change anything for
not even on themselves.
And I think people when they hear Timberland and Swift say, "We own Triller." They have ownership in Triller now. Yeah. Just like the other 40 artists who participated in Versus. Listen, I think a lot of these companies, man, you know, especially all these companies that are ran by white people, they're having reckonings with their white guilt.
Right.
That's just the truth to the matter.
That's a fact.
And all of these conversations we're having about reparations and whatnot, when you look at Robert Smith executing his 2% plan, where he's telling these Fortune 500 companies to give up 2% of their net income to different, you know, black organizations and black entities. I saw Goldman Sachs yesterday. They're giving out, I think, $10 billion to black women over the next 5 years or 10 years or something like that. That's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing all of these various companies figure out how they can give back to black culture.
Right.
That's why you see these equity deals happening in this way. And I'm so sick of the word equity. Motherfuckers is throwing that word around and don't even know what that means.
Right.
I don't even know what that means. Like, you don't even know what equity means.
Right.
Like, Swiss Beats, Timberland, they have actual equity.
Absolutely.
In Triller.
Over something that they built. And people don't even know, like, Swiss did the first, you know what the first Versus was, right?
Summer Jam.
Nope.
What?
The first Versus was Swiss Beats versus Just Blaze.
That's Summer Jam, wasn't it?
Nah, they did that shit in like somebody's stew in the crib.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You ain't see that shit when Swiss played the song with DMX, Jay, Nas, and Jadakiss that nobody never heard? And
that was supposed to be off his album or some shit like that.
We didn't know where this shit came from. Yeah. We never heard it again. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like that was just an idea that they turned into something. And it's like to see like that young man that said sellouts, bro. Like, you know what a fucking sellout is, bro?
Can't sell out unless people want to buy in. And that's what I call it. I call it people buying in. You know what I'm saying? And once again, y'all talking about flips. You don't put your own money up. Swiss and Tim didn't spend a dime. So whatever they got from Triller is all profit.
Yes.
And those folks from Triller let Swiss, Tim, and 40 other black people have equity in their company. It's all profit. I don't care if they got a 0.5%.
Right.
That company sells for $1 billion. They getting 0.5% or whatever that billion is. That's some M's for nothing. What are we talking about? There's only two ways to do business, good and bad.
Good and bad.
That's good business. I don't know what y'all talking about. I have no idea. Like, it's even frustrating to watch. Like, it's just like, what are y'all talking about?
But that's it. I feel like, and I don't know, like, you know what it is? I don't know what white Twitter looks like. So I don't know if like when they doing business deals, if they kicking each other backs in. But I'm just keeping it 100, bro. Like, every time somebody do something, it's
backlash.
Everybody always got some negative shit to say. When you did your shit, bro, like people had negative shit to say. It's like people always got some negative shit to say without knowing. You know what I mean? Like without knowing.
If you're gonna say something, at least provide another solve with actual proof of success in this idea. Because y'all just fucking yapping about nothing. Like, it's just words going into the air. Is not affecting any business. Like, your personal opinion matters, but it doesn't matter if it doesn't stick to the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Brings up a good point. Everybody likes to discuss problems, but nobody has solutions. And people act like there's one way to do things, which is so funny to me because you see Hove do it one way, you see Swiss and Tim do it one way, but you critique all those ways, but you have no way.
No way.
No way. And ain't doing nothing.
How you gonna hate from outside the club? You couldn't even get in. No, for real, bro. That's the craziest shit.
Them hoes in there ugly.
A nigga it'd be a nigga, bro. I kid you not. It'd be a nigga that ain't never did shit telling you. You know how many people tell me, like, how to do my job. Like, it'd be people like, yo, why don't you just sign him? I'd be like, yo, dog, I went to his shit. The nigga got 1,000 views in 3 years. What the fuck? Like,
what you gonna do?
So after I take after I put my job on the line by signing something like this, invest the money, and then the shit don't come back right, niggas gonna say, man, we ain't for the culture. Man, if you would have just been for the culture, it would have worked. Like, that's what people, but that's what I'm saying. They
You a real
throw
nigga,
words
though.
around without knowing business, bro. Like, they don't be knowing no business.
And then when people say like, oh, they finesse black people because they make it seem like it's about supporting black business and yada, yada, yada. Yo, you're still supporting black business. It's not like Jay sold Tidal to Square Inc. and walked away. No, and this is the ill part. Do y'all know Jay sold a third of Tidal to Sprint a few years ago, like 2017?
Like $210 million.
Did y'all know he
Crazy.
bought it back before he did the deal with Square Inc.?
Come on.
Did y'all know
I
that
didn't know
Jay-Z
that.
bought his third back from T-Mobile before he did the deal with Square Inc.? So he sold majority ownership to Square. So I'll say probably 51%, right?
Right.
So the artists
Mm-hmm.
still have their shares, and then Jay has whatever he has that he got back from T-Mobile and what he still had prior.
Charlamagne, nobody's talking about the company that he invested in that's supposedly supposed to do some shit where you can fix your credit score instantly.
That's Square. All of that is Square.
But
All-
it's a name of
Yeah.
another company. But that's what I'm saying. It's like
What is
that.
it?
All of that. Niggas looking at all them numbers get buried under that. Like, that's such an important point. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
That's
amazing.
Square. Don't quote me on
it's
that.
not. It's something with a P. I can't remember the name of it. It's something with a P.
But also, Jay's on the
Yeah.
board of Square Inc. now. So you're on the board. So not only did Jack, buy a portion of Tidal, he put Jay-Z on the board of Square Inc. So that's Jay-Z's, that's Twitter. That's Cash App. I don't even know what else Square Inc. got. But just the fact that that black man is on that board now and can oversee so many different things.
Right.
Do you think that this deal is just the end?
No,
You don't think
bro.
that they're not going to do so much amazing shit in the future with Square Inc.? With Jay sitting on the board?
Protect that
Bro,
man
I'm
at all
telling you, it's
costs.
that I remember one time when the whole shit, the Barclays shit opened, right? This kid, we was in a barbershop, we was having this debate, and this kid was like, man, he don't do nothing for the hood. I said, that's because y'all niggas,
my
look, this was the thing. I said, that's because y'all niggas think doing something for the hood is a basketball tournament and a cookout.
Yes,
You know
literally.
what I mean?
That's
Like,
it. A
that's
fish
what y'all
fry.
niggas think doing something for the hood is. I said, bro,
Giving books.
no, for real. That's what niggas, and those things is cool, but that's what niggas, like, that's the bar for doing something for the hood. I said, bro, just by that man opening up a 40/40 in the Barclays, opening up a merch store in the Barclays, all that makes it a little bit easier for you to go down there and apply for a job.
You know how many people in Brooklyn got jobs in that Barclays?
But this what I'm saying, because if it ain't happen to you, all people say is, that nigga ain't do nothing for me. That's all, yo, I swear, that is all of our people, bro. That nigga ain't do nothing for me. He ain't buy me nothing for Christmas. I don't care. Like,
Yeah, that's what I hear people saying. They're like, well, that deal didn't do nothing for black people as a whole. What deal
you
does?
mean?
what?
It did something for the borough of Brooklyn. Like,
Yeah.
Brooklyn
It does
rose
something for
up.
Use it for
after
motivation,
But it does
man.
That's the
something for
Barclays. I'm talking about
everybody.
the title shit. It's like people.
Just being a black person, that's just enough, like, to
Motivation,
look
man.
and be like, oh wow, I can do something too.
There
You know what I'm
go.
saying? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't support Tidal because I thought Jay was gonna send me a check. I supported Tidal because common sense tells me if there's Apple and there's Spotify, but
Right.
then there's Tidal, and this is a black person that owns it, whether they own 100% or 30 or 40, I'm supporting
Jump in that
Tidal.
one, yeah.
Rihanna owns 15% of Fenty Beauty, or maybe a little bit more. If me and my daughter in the store and I see Kylie and Rihanna, I'm supporting Rihanna.
All day.
Because she's
Okay.
getting 15%. She still
But
is
nobody-
an owner of the company.
Mhm.
And she's a black person.
I'm telling you, bro. Black, and I'm not like, I love my people, man, but and I feel like hypocrisy is a part of being a human being. I feel that, like, contradicting is being a part of a human being, but people don't, like, people have this thing where, like, they can't accept it to the point where they just make excuses for everything, my nigga. I'm talking about excuses for everything. Like nobody's entitled to feel this way one day and then be this way the next. So everybody has to do it one way all the time. Like that shit just it
They're
kills me.
brainwashed.
No, it kills
That's why they
me,
stuck in
yo.
the same thing.
Mhm.
It
Doing the
kills me
same thing
because
over and
the
over
thing
again.
is that nobody don't question nothing about no other brand that they invest. Like, I've never seen nobody, even when it's a controversial thing when it comes to Gucci, I've never seen niggas dive into their business the way they dive into, like, the way we dive in each other's business.
Word up.
Niggas start
Fucked
saying,
up.
oh, he hired his cousins, or it's nepotism, it's this, it's that. It's like, yo, dog, like, you ain't doing that with none of these other niggas, like, nobody else.
What you saying, Ivy?
I think that as a people, we are brainwashed into being, like, pessimistic about everything.
Yeah.
everything. Like we doubt it before we believe in it.
That's a fact.
And it's so crazy because like we tear each other down so heavy before we uplift each other, which is fucking sick to me. Like even like the Coming to America 2. People couldn't appreciate the film for what it was. Everybody, oh, this shit was trash. It was trash.
That's why I ain't watch it because
but
somebody
like, why
said
can't
that.
we just be like, yo, shout out to like, even if it was trash, shout out Charlamagne. Even if it was, you just gotta appreciate it.
I should still go see it.
what
I'm gonna keep it 100. Just no more shit. Like the sequels gotta have like a window. Like
Nah, yeah, facts. It was way too long for a sequel.
Belly too. I ain't even want to see
like
that.
Charlamagne face look like that sponsorship chicks that check ain't coming yet.
No,
So he
I didn't want to. I saw it a month ago,
right.
and you know, because I had to interview Arsenio. I did an interview with Arsenio, and you know, he asked me, did I see it? Yeah. I'm glad he didn't ask me what I thought about it in that moment. I didn't have to lie. I wasn't gonna lie to an inspiration of mine. This is a guy that he's one of my top 4 inspirations. It's Hove, it's Arsenio, it's Petey Green, it's Clarence Avant.
Wow.
But I saw it a month ago, and here's the thing: it made me feel good. The nostalgia of it made me feel good. It was like catching up at a family reunion.
Right.
But it also, when you go to them family reunions, it's like, yeah, it's cool, they family, but I don't really fuck with them.
That's why I don't fuck with these
niggas. You know what I'm saying? We done grown apart, you know?
Yeah.
And also, I was a little jaded because I saw a treatment that Aaron Magruder wrote, the great Aaron Magruder, who, you know, did the Boondocks and Black Jesus, and Ryan Coogler was supposed to produce.
Wow.
And I saw the treatment, and there could have been a great sequel.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like they took the ideas that Aaron had and like hacked them. So they had the ingredients,
but they ain't cooked the
the
meal
sauce.
right.
they didn't have a sauce.
Yeah, they ain't cook it
You know what
right.
I mean?
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it
Me
yet
neither.
Really?
I only see it because everybody keeps saying it's corny, so that's why I didn't go see it.
I mean, you got to draw your own conclusions, but
Yeah.
but at the
I
same
know.
time, like that's the type of movie that you kind of need niggas to be like, nah, that shit fire.
That's why I needed it. I needed that.
Yeah, like you need to hear that.
What's crazy though is I thought Eddie's performance was great. I thought Arsenio performance was great. Like they showed up.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about Eddie Murphy movies, right? Eddie Murphy movies usually start with a great story.
Yeah.
There's that one Eddie movie you can watch that didn't have a great story. Like Life is, to me, is Eddie Murphy's best movie, right? But when you look at Life is really a dark film.
It is.
Two
It
black
is.
men
Yeah.
get convicted of a murder they didn't commit and got to
Right.
spend the rest of their life in jail and
Right.
spend their whole time trying to get out.
Right.
The comedy comes from just the fact Eddie and Martin and Bernie Mac and all these other funny motherfuckers
I never
in it.
thought of it like that. That's you right.
Coming to America, the first one, it was a great story.
Great story.
It's a
Harlem
love
Nights.
story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's literally just a love story. These
It's a
two
love story,
guys,
yeah.
this guy is
Queens
just trying
to
to
find his
find
queen.
love. That's it.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
so happened you got a bunch of funny motherfuckers in it. I don't know if it was, I think it was Beverly Hills Cop. Beverly Hills Cop, all 48 hours. That shit was supposed to star Sylvester Stallone.
Bruh.
Yes, but something happened with Sylvester Stallone where Eddie was in it. The only reason the movie even became funny because it's Eddie. So I'm
Nah,
saying all that to say this shit starts with a great story. Coming to America 2, to me, didn't have a great story. It had the makings of what could have been a great story, but it
Right.
wasn't a great story. It was like they went for the funny.
Yeah, they
Instead
went
of just
for
creating a
that
good
nigga Wesley
story.
Snipes was looking so bogus, man.
Man, for what?
Yeah.
Why you looking at the
Crazy.
Wesley?
He looked like DJ from Street Fighter. Remember DJ from Street Fighter? He looked like DJ from Street Fighter, bro. Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Now I want to see it just because you said that.
Yo, that nigga look like DJ from Street Fighter.
I wanna
He
see
look
that,
crazy.
They need to do a whole movie with just the barbers.
The who?
The barbers. Yeah, like Eddie and Arsenio
But
just need to do that. That was the funniest shit of the movie to me.
But that shit would get old fast. Like
You think so?
Yeah, I think that's why
Time
it's only a
passed.
skit. Yeah, I think that's why it's only a skit because like you can't watch a whole movie. Like Barbershop like had its ceiling. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think they could make a movie
But
funny
them
in
dudes
Barbershop.
That Barbershop, they wasn't funny as them old men, man.
They wasn't. I mean, but that was
Especially
all
now-
Eddie Murphy and Arsenio. Like,
Yeah, with them dealing with cancel culture and the wokeness. And that was the other part too. It's like, it could have been a good female empowerment movie, right? Because I would have thought it would have been dope to have the 3 daughters and just let them take over the kingdom. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck is going on in that movie.
Yeah,
I ain't
because
saying
you
it.
ain't see it either?
Nah, I ain't see it.
Yeah.
You ain't see it either?
Hell no, I ain't see it.
How the fuck
Man,
we
we all
talking
got
about
fucked
15
up.
minutes with these strong opinions and y'all haven't seen it? Why haven't you watched it?
I haven't had the time to. Like
Really?
I haven't sat down and really like had the time.
Yeah, I
to
watched it a month ago and I watched it like twice since it came out on Amazon Prime because it's one of those
Yeah.
things where it's like, man, it got to be something here, man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it gotta be
Gotta
something.
be something
I'm
here,
gonna
man.
check it out. I
I
just saying
been
get
watching
motivated.
because I was stuck on WandaVision.
Oh, I watched all of that.
I didn't.
I didn't know what that
WandaVision was
is.
good.
You fuck with Marvel, Ivy?
That's why.
What dude house you was at that got you watching WandaVision? Why?
It was just like a random, let's watch this because it's new. And then I tried like the first 3 episodes. I was like,
yeah, you got to be
happening
into.
for
If
me.
you're not into like Marvel shit, you're not gonna be into WandaVision. It's a slow burn. It don't get
very
like crazy till the 4th. You actually don't know what the fuck is going on till like the 8th episode for real.
Yeah, I think it's disrespectful
That's
to
terrible. That's a long
Ain't got
way.
time for that.
Not if you're a comic fan. Not if you're a comic fan. Like if you're a comic fan, nah. Because there's so many things that like as comic fans we were waiting to see happen, and that's what kept us on our toes. But it was really good though.
And I think it's disrespectful how y'all didn't even give some of y'all. I got a homeboy, my man Ramon. Me and Ramon, Marvel heads. Ramon's like, I ain't get past the 2nd episode. Marvel has given us over 15 years of great content,
Right.
and you can't let them set you up with WandaVision?
Everything with Marvel is a setup. It took 10 years to make the first Avengers. Like
Word.
it literally took 10 years to make. 2008 is when the MCU started. Avengers: Infinity War came out 2018. You know what I mean? It took 10 years to tell that story.
I thoroughly enjoyed WandaVision.
Now I love one.
I
I
like
can't
the
wait
way
for
Captain America Winter
Falcon-
Soldier.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, yeah.
That's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to put a button on what we was talking about when it comes to the ownership, I think the moral of the story is, stop trying to tell people how to do it if you ain't never done it.
Yeah.
And do your research.
And do your motherfucking research and stop listening to these stupid motherfuckers. I tell people that all the time. Stop listening to the people who've never done something and actually pay attention to the people who are doing it and have done it. That's how you learn.
Yeah.
Because all of these black businesses we're talking about, they're never going to get to scale and become these companies we want them to be if they don't do these kind of deals.
Yo.
Sit down and talk to an OG like Bob Johnson, man. Let Bob Johnson tell you how he started BET.
That's a fact.
You think Bob Johnson didn't get some capital for some white folks? And that's the other thing too.
Right.
We talk about, they don't own 100% of it. Yo, Rihanna owns 15% of a $3.6 billion company. She's the richest woman in music. You know what black people need a lot more of? Capital. Because you know what that capital does? That capital lets you be able to invest in a whole bunch of other things.
Absolutely.
That capital helps you to be able to empower your community with that bread. Like, that's what we need.
That's a fact.
So when you see these guys like Jay and Rihanna and they're doing these deals where they 40%,
you need overhead,
whatever.
man. You need overhead.
It's about that capital.
Yes.
And you said it when we started, and you said it in that tweet. Why y'all so happy about owning 100% of nothing?
Yo, 100% of zero is still zero.
What can you do with that?
But that's Nick.
They
But
safe
see, I deal
people.
with that with music all the time, bro. Because it's like with music, like me being an A&R, like I get artists that come in and they want the rights to everything without doing no work. Like that's crazy, my nigga. Like imagine like you telling me like let's equate it to this, right? Like you buying a house, right? Like you getting a record deal is like buying a house. So you want this house. This house costs, let's say, $900,000, and you like, yo, I could do I could pay that. I could do this, that, and the third. And I'm like, all right, let me run your credit. And I go to run your credit. It say that your credit worth 50 bands, bro. Like, so you want me to take the risk of giving you this loan. Now, when I give you this loan, I'm gonna give you the loan. When I give you this loan and the shit don't come back how it's supposed to, then I'm the wrong one. I want my money back.
And that's what people don't understand, right? When you go to these companies, if you don't have a track record, if you don't have a resume, if you're just trying to get something started from scratch, they're making an investment in you. So in order to get their investment back, that's why they want the equity. That's why they want the ownership of what you're doing.
When niggas say they want to own their masters, they don't even know what they talking about.
They don't.
They be like, yo, I want.
It's also is a fear because of things that they've heard and
So
the stuff
is.
that they've seen with, bad deals.
Yeah.
And because they are just artists, they're not business savvy. They just say what sounds right.
Right.
If they have a part of ownership, they feel better about the situation.
But then you could give them that. That's what I'm saying. It's like bad deals still happen. The thing that a lot of artists don't even understand is that most of them don't recoup. Like most of them don't recoup.
Yeah.
So the thing is like, okay, but look, you want me to take all these risks. Like you want me to take all these risks, risk my job. Because once I give you this money, bro, everybody over me is like, all right, well, where's the records, nigga? Like, where's the records? And you keep telling me that you the best, and nothing happens from it. And then but then you want more money. Like, nah, man, let me put out this next project. All right, we gonna do the next project. By the time we get to the third one, if nothing happened, nigga, you got to go, bro. You got to go.
Word up,
Straight up.
because you're wasting money.
You wasting money, but that's
Company's bleeding money.
But when it comes to like hip hop culture, and I say the culture as opposed to just like the music part of it, because the culture is many facets. Nobody, like you said before, people ain't looking at the business of it. They thinking about how they feel about everything. Feelings don't got shit to do with business.
Don't take
all.
it
Not at
personal.
all.
Oh, that shit ain't got nothing to do with business.
Not at
For real.
all. Shit.
Nothing to do. You know how many times I done had a boss come to me and say, "Hey Wayne, man, like things ain't going right, and we got to cut back, and you on the list." You think them niggas give a fuck about how I feel that I can't pay my bills no more? They don't give a fuck. They like, I'm good. That nigga gotta go, but I still gotta go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the biggest problem. I feel like we don't take enough time and due diligence to learn business. Cause I had a white person tell me that shit. Yo, y'all be knowing the creative, all of that. When motherfuckers get in the meetings and we start talking about business shit, everybody be sitting there like not knowing what the fuck they doing. And that's the reason why when them jobs come up, they don't consider y'all.
And that's why you can't be afraid to ask questions. Like so many people nowadays want to act like they know.
Right.
And instead of just admitting like, I don't know what's going on, let me ask questions. But it's, to Ivy's point, it's fair too, right? Because if I'm in a room that I've never been in before and I feel like if I'm asking questions, I might get got. But that's why you got to have the right people around you. Right? If you gotta have the right people around you that actually know the language that these people are talking.
Right.
Because then they can protect you. Because if you're in these rooms and you don't know, what's going on, you feel like, man, this motherfucker about to get over on me. So let me just sit here and act like I know what's going on. And guess what? You still gonna get gotten.
You still gonna get. But the thing about it is it's people who watch it, it's people who do it, and it's people who watch it. You gotta figure out which side of the street you on. You know what I mean? Like, cause if you're gonna get got, but you're gonna learn like. It's like learning how to duck a punch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to learn how to duck a punch until you get punched in your face a few times. And I use that metaphor in business because, like, shit goes bad a few times, but then you learn how to, and it really shouldn't have to, but sometimes you got to go through the wrong thing to learn how to do the right thing.
Oh, amazing.
100%.
Who doing your business, Ivy? Because you out here getting a lot of money. You got Balmain on and shit.
I do my own business.
Ooh.
I learned from you.
We got to talk then. Because I got lawyers, I got agents, I got managers. Don't ever think I'm doing this shit on my own ever. That's a lie. I've bumped my head enough times to know that you got to have people in your corner. So even when you see certain things happening, whether it's the podcast network that I'm 51% majority owner of, fuck what the internet is saying, right? You know what I'm saying? Or it's my book in print, or the company that me and Kevin Hart got at Audible, like. All of that stuff happens because you got the right people around you.
100. Yeah. I'm very hands-on as well. So, like, even when it comes to, like, contracts and stuff, even though I have, entertainment lawyers and managers that I could lean on, I'm also reading through this so I can learn the language.
That's right.
And I'm, like, redlining stuff. Like, what does this mean?
That's right.
And I'm catching things that, lawyers will overlook. Like, what the hell? You about to have me in this shit for 3 years?
That's right.
So it's important to not only, like, lean, but learn.
That's right.
And
you learn. So for me, I learned so I can make sure Ivy don't get fucked over. Make sure Wax don't get fucked over. Make sure Wayne don't get fucked over. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Shit, I don't know. Talk to the people who do. Like, let me tell you who can help you with that right now. Because nobody gets any benefit out of fucking you except for the company. And by the way, the company's not even fucking you. The company's just doing business.
Yeah, they doing business.
They want to pay you the least amount possible.
The least amount and sell it for the highest amount, and you get the lowest amount back. Like,
because there's a thing called P&L,
and
it's profit and loss margin.
Yeah.
I always tell people, right, when a company comes to you with a contract, don't take it personal. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what they think of you. Like that's my man told me that shit. He's like, you'll know what a company think of you when you see something in black and white.
That's right.
You know what I mean? When you see that shit on paper, you be like, but then, see, the thing
even
is...
them, but it might not, because they might just try you.
You gotta try. They gotta try you.
The first time they
see
try
where
you.
at.
Absolutely. They try you, see if you're going to go for the bait. Yeah, but I mean, because the thing is like, people look at the numbers. Mm-hmm. The most important part of a contract is the terms. It is not the numbers.
Yeah, I'm fucked. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit, this business I'm doing now, I'm like, yo, bruh, you fuck me, we gonna fight. That's how my business is.
Well, you gotta stop that.
Now, I'm keeping it real, but thank God I'm in the business that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? So I can like kind of get away with that type of shit.
No.
Yeah, but then people call the police.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but the business that I am, it's like I kind of could get away with that.
Wax. But just because it's weed, don't
mean that who's wax. Listen, we coming to see you, nigga. You kind of do me dirty. Now I hear what you're saying. Now I did sign some things, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't read it over. But like what you saying,
why would you do that?
I had somebody else do it for me. But I'd say if it was up to me,
in reading those types of things,
if it was up to me to have to do this shit, I'm fucked. I'm gonna have to just literally be like, yo, nigga, I'm about to fuck you up.
A reading major, read it. Yeah, you have a lawyer read it.
No, I had somebody to end up doing it. It got done, but I'm saying, like you said, I said if it was up to me, this should be fucked. I'll be like, yo, you fuck me up, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Let's put that on paper.
Do that.
I get to beat the shit out of you if you fuck me up in this deal. That's what type of things.
Do you think the people that you're doing business with in that way care if you beat them up?
Crazy.
No, but I'm just saying that in my game, what I'm doing, I can be able to say that.
No, you cannot.
Yeah, just don't get beat up by Wax, because his hands is fucking bees. It's like as big as my head.
Yeah, these are motherfuckers just to beat the shit out of people.
What happens when you go to jail?
I'm not gonna go to jail. If I write this on the paper saying, and you sign it. If you sign it, that's on you.
Who the fuck puts that in the contract? If you fuck me, I'm gonna beat you up.
But listen, if you know, if somebody not going, they're gonna be like, I'm not trying to do that.
I'm gonna tell you, a person would sign that. You wanna know why?
I sign it.
I'm gonna tell you why. There's no definition of fucking you.
Word up. If I'm gonna do it, and you ask me to put that in the contract, when we go to court, I'm saying I never had sex.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean. If you do something bad on this contract, or do what you say you're not gonna do on this contract, and then I get to beat the shit out of you.
No.
You know what I'm saying? If he signed it, listen, I signed that shit. If somebody come to me with that shit, I'll do it.
Wax, you're really crazy. Yo, I know you for some years, bro, but you really bugged the fuck out. Yo, every time I'm around Wax, I be like, this is my man, but this nigga's really burnt out, bro.
He's keeping the 1,000.
Nigga way of doing shit.
Yeah, I got your back. I'm like, listen, even though people do sign those papers, like you said, it'll be a lot of deals that do go bad. Yeah. You still gonna need somebody to look at that nigga and be like, all right.
Them paper gangsters don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they don't care.
Them paper gangsters don't give a fuck.
I get it. Once you sign, that's your ass. I get what you're saying.
Think about it. Think about all the tough niggas in rap who done got.
They all got fucked.
Every single one. Because you see how niggas always be talking about how rap is not WWE. You want to know why WWE is more real than rap? Because at least in WWE, everybody knows that they're playing a role. In rap, niggas don't know that they're playing roles. Like that's the problem. It's like you're actually playing a role. Like. That is not really meant for you. That's why when it goes bad, it goes all the way bad.
Yeah, but they start becoming that fake person. That's the fucking problem.
Yo, did you see the Joe Rogan shit with Undertaker?
Nah.
Bro, this shit is amazing, bro. Because just knowing that Undertaker, like, this nigga was like, yo, I would stay in character when I would go out to eat with my family because how disappointing would it be for a kid to see me and I'm like nice and laughing and shit. I mean, you couldn't tell me this nigga wasn't possessed by a demon when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm just saying, it's like he knows that he's playing a role. Rappers don't be knowing that they. I
thought his house was a coffin, bro. Huh? I thought he go in the coffin and go sleep at night.
I thought Paul Bearer really was like making a shit, and this nigga comes out this shit like every time.
They go to sleep and they put him in. They put him somewhere.
Human beings when I was a kid.
Yeah.
When I found out that shit was fake, I was pissed. I never watched it again.
Really?
But I'll tell you one thing.
I cried.
When'd you find out?
Hogan
it's fake, but it's not
Undertaker
fake.
were fucking fighting. I don't remember what fucking match it was. It was a long ass time ago. And Hulk Hogan was bleeding, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, yes, I really thought it was real. Then somebody burst my bubble, and I never watched that shit again.
But it's still kind of real. These niggas big as hell hitting each other, regardless.
They get hurt. But yo, a wrestling match is the most entertaining event I've ever been to in my life. Yeah. Most entertaining event I've ever been to. Monday Night Raw.
Really?
Most entertaining event because that they bring just like a concert brings it down and brings it up. They bring it down, but when they bring that shit up, the energy in the building is crazy. Like it's crazy. Like. But it's role playing. That's all that shit.
That's why I don't understand why people get upset at Soulja Boy and Bow Wow for saying they want to be in wrestling. It's not real. They gonna go rehearse, they gonna practice, and they gonna do what they doing. It's gonna be funny.
Soulja Boy is hilarious, bro. He said I can't wrestle a nigga who wear a leather thong. This nigga wear a thong. I'm not wrestling this nigga.
I like Soulja Boy, man. He cool.
How can you not like Soulja Boy?
Soulja Boy is hilarious.
He's funny as hell.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, but that tough guy shit, that shit ain't no. That shit don't work in business because nobody give a flying.
Thank God I'm doing what I'm doing.
Fuck.
I get it.
I don't think Wax cares.
He will.
I get it. I mean, just everybody play the game
when
easy.
They put them bracelets on.
They put them goddamn bracelets on.
I get it. Listen, like I said, if it was up to me, I do business that way, but I did have people look over the paperwork. Everything looked good. All the business that I'm doing.
Yeah, who's the people?
Was it a lawyer?
It was a lawyer. Yes, a lawyer looked over there.
Was he a family?
Listen, one of my people looked at it and put a lawyer on and got it done.
I've sent artist contracts and they've had like a family what's the family court attorney look at the fucking
No. Listen, it's all good. Everything is actually doing very well. In 36 stores right now, and everything is doing really good. I'm saying so. Everybody is one hand wash the other anyway, so that's a good business. That's why I said I'm happy I'm doing what I'm doing right here. Right. Other things right now, and I had to be the person to read the contract. Yeah. Oh, we fucked in this shit. we keeping it real. Just like y'all saying, y'all looking for a lawyer to do it. Y'all not gonna have somebody else. I'm a regular person in this game, so I can't do that shit.
I go very.
You gotta get a lawyer to do it.
That's what I'm saying. Would y'all read over your own shit?
I mean, I don't know.
All right, so we on the same boat when it comes down to that.
I mean, it's certain things. Let me tell you something, man. Though I did a deal.
I look at the numbers,
one time.
bro.
I did a deal one time, and we was negotiating this deal from 9 p.m. at night till, and this is literally me, my lawyer, and the label's lawyers, 9 p.m. at night till 3 o'clock in the morning. By the time we finished, I was like, it's impossible for y'all to read books. They was like, nah, we don't read books. Like, bro, their language it's a coded language.
Right.
Like, that shit is like Sanskrit or some shit. Like,
That's what I said. I can't do that.
A capital D and a lowercase d, pause, in a sentence mean two totally different things.
That's what when Kanye was saying he wants contracts to be more scaled down so the artists can understand them.
Yeah,
that's
man.
not for us.
That's not. Yeah,
that's why you hire lawyers. You hire lawyers.
If you
hire
fuck up, I'll get to beat the shit out of you.
To do that language. Only place you get jammed up is when you're hiring a lawyer that's already in business with the fucking company.
Yeah.
So it's a conflict of interest. Like if somebody recommends you a lawyer from a company, don't fuck.
I mean, it depends though. It also depends because the thing is like all these lawyers are friends, bro. Like all the lawyers is friends. All the people that work at the labels is friends. All the people who like, bro, that shit is 6 degrees of separation with all of it. Like all of them went to law school together or they've been doing business together. You can't find like a lawyer that's been in entertainment for 20 years that don't know every entertainment lawyer. Yep. You know what I mean? Or every executive.
That's real. All right, let's pay some bills. And I'm gonna come back. I want to talk about young boys checking in with the OGs. That's what I want to talk about. My brothers, we're in the thick of winter and the storms are brewing. Okay, it looks like 1 to 3 inches are in the forecast when you trim that hibernation bush that's taking place in your pants. Luckily, our partners at Manscaped specialize in products to make sure you're walking around town with beautiful snowballs. Why I feel like Khaled doing that McDonald's commercial back in the day. Remember when Khaled did that milkshake commercial? That's how I feel doing this right now. Manscaped is here to provide you the best tools for your grooming experience, offering precision engineered tools for your family jewels, okay? Personally, I like to keep mine groomed, you know what I'm saying? If I could get it all laser removed, I would, but I can't. Therefore, I need Manscaped, okay? The Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer is the best hygiene tool for the modern man because of their ceramic blade and advanced skin-safe technology. Your snags on your snowballs will definitely be reduced, okay? The trimmer is also waterproof, so you can trim in the shower or jacuzzi, all right, if you're a savage. All right, Manscaped's Performance Package is the best buy of 2021. The Performance Package comes with the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0 Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag. Have you ever noticed how nasty nose and ear hair is? In fact, 79% of partners polled admitted that long nose hair is a major turnoff. Is long nose hair a major turnoff, Ivy?
I've never seen that, but hell yeah.
Especially out of ears.
That's a hell no.
Yeah.
That's a hell no.
Well, that you can tell Ivy ain't got no sugar daddy. The sugar daddies, them old motherfuckers be having nose coming out their
nasty.
Hair coming out their nose and ears.
Nasty.
The bundle also comes with the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and Crop Reviver Ball Toner. The Crop Preserver is anti-chafing ball deodorant that will make your balls smell nice and make you feel like your testes are walking in a winter wonderland. Now, I heard the Crop Reviver is big in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? It's a spray-on toner for your balls. It's made with soothing aloe and witch hazel extracts that will make your balls look up at you and say thanks. Y'all fucking with the Crop Reviver in Harlem? Wayno?
What? I don't live in Harlem, nigga.
No, you got Harlem tattooed on your hand.
I do.
Listen, get 20% off. Get 20% off plus free shipping by going to manscaped.com/Andrew. They also have a ton of other amazing men's hygiene products on their website, from disposable mats for your pubes to foot deodorant. 20% off with free shipping by going to manscaped.com/Andrew. That's 20% off with free shipping by going to manscaped.com/Andrew. Thanks, Manscaped, for making our winter wieners look so good. Now let's get back to the show, though. We do church announcements. I just want to tell everybody, make sure you watch Tamika Mallory this weekend on the Grammys. Okay, she's doing something at the Grammys, and make sure you go out there and pre-order her book, okay, State of Emergency, How to Win in the Country We Built. That's coming out on May 11th via Black Privilege, Atria Publishing, okay? That's the first release on my book imprint, man, so please go out there and support that. She just got a great review in Kirkus Reviews. She got a starred review in Kirkus Reviews, and Kirkus Reviews is a big reviewer of books, so that was a big deal, you know, because the galleys for State of Emergency just went out, so we'll start seeing a lot more reviews. But it comes out May 11th, but you can pre-order everywhere you buy books now. And also, my girl Anita Kopax, she has a book coming out called Shallow Waters. Okay, it's based off the African goddess Yemiya. It's a young adult fiction fantasy book, and we're putting that out on August 3rd through Black Privilege, Simon & Schuster Publishing. She actually was #1 in the fantasy fiction category on Amazon at one point. So thank you for all your support of that. And make sure you keep subscribing to the podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network. For everybody out there who saw me on Bill Maher last Friday, we had a conversation about reparations. I would tell you to go check out the Reparations Big Payback podcast on the Black Effect, hosted by Erica Alexander and Whitney Dow. Very informative if you want to know why Black people should get reparations and how reparations should be distributed. Ivy, Wayno, Wax, y'all got any church announcements? Anything y'all want to promote real quick?
Nah, I ain't got nothing I'm promoting right now. I'm just saying, everybody knows since Everyday Struggle, I've been broke. I can't pay my bills and shit.
You're a liar. I saw you doing your little podcast. I said
doing it.
Yeah, I saw you doing your podcast run.
See how Black people do you? Soon as you doing some shit, I see you out here doing your little podcast,
Content.
running all that.
Nah, I was like, damn, I was texting I didn't text you. I was just texting people like, yo, did we figure that out with Wayno? You know what I mean?
Man, I'm working on a few things.
Yeah,
I'm a free agent, but I'm still running with the whole I'm broke thing. Wayno is broke. Please go fund me, cash at me, whatever you can do. I got 127,000 followers. If all y'all send $1, I'll be up. So look out for me. You feel me? My cash app is Wayno119. You know what I mean? Like everything else. So look out for me. You know what I mean? It's hard out here. I got kids and shit. I don't know how I'm gonna make it. So help me out.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
Ivy, you're a liar.
No, Charlamagne is always texting me, like literally, he just goes, podcast, and I will reply, let me know what you need from me, let me know how I can move things forward, and then he neglects me.
No, that's not true. Ivy one of them people like
I don't know what the hell you're talking about because we have passed so many ideas by each other. I don't know which one you're talking about.
Ivy look like she getting so
I would love
much
to see
money.
an Ivy podcast. Ivy is really good. Me and Ivy made some money during the pandemic.
100%.
Right, Ivy?
Yes.
We made a couple dollars together.
Ivy getting money. No, what I want to do, and Wayno know this, Ivy know this too. I don't have time to keep up with all the new music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my eyes and ears are Ivy, are Nyla, are Wayno, and just, other folks like that. And it's just like, I want to do something where we just...
Don't say too much.
All right.
But yes, you want to do it, and I'm like, okay, what do you need from me? And you don't tell me what you need from me.
He's too busy. He listen. You got his Taylor.
That's why I ask him
You got
to
his
tell
Taylor
me
gang,
so
man.
I could do some heavy lifting. But I don't know what lifting you need me to do if you don't tell me.
All of us be too bad. I be like, yo, Wayno, you in town? I'm in Detroit with Sada Baby. Yo, Ivy, you in town? I'm in LA with Puff.
Yo, we just want gold too. Shout out to Sada Baby.
With
Yeah,
Throw
man.
Baby?
That's not Sada Baby.
That's BRS Cash.
Yeah, whole lot of choppers.
My bad.
They
Whole
wanna
lot of
see me
choppers.
do that dance and these $1,000 pants. Don't disrespect me and my man. Damn, whole lot of choppers on your ass.
Hold on, Sada Baby did There's Too Much Booty in the Pants. He remade There's Too Much Booty in the Pants?
No, we remade. I think that's Whoop There It Is.
I heard that before.
There's Too Much Booty in the Pants.
Nah, it's not that one.
It's
It's not that one.
Yes, it
That's
is.
him, man.
That Cadence you just said is
Bro, we paid Whoop, the niggas who did Whoop There It Is.
Really?
Yeah,
Hammer.
but we just went gold. So shout out to Sada Baby on that record, man. Got a
Sada
gold
Baby.
record.
So you mean to tell me he did a record? I haven't heard that. He did.
said-
You
Throw
ain't heard
Baby?
a whole lot of choppers? You had to, bro.
No.
You on social media, Charlamagne.
He did a 90s Miami bass record over.
And went up.
And
Nah,
Nicki
Sada,
Minaj
bro.
remixed
Sada,
it.
him being a Detroit nigga, bro, he's the
Oh
most.
no, I did hear that.
Of course you heard
That
that.
is No, that is
That's what that is. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, we did the remix. Shout out to Nicki too, you know,
I was
remix all
dancing
that.
on. I was there. I dropped the load of that on fucking Instagram.
I hate when you talk about
I don't know nothing. Oh yeah.
I did.
I don't need that image in my mind.
I
Like,
did. I dropped the low on
this nigga
Instagram.
be getting his eagle on.
I dropped
That shit had like 800,000 views.
Yeah.
That's when we first came back from the pandemic last year, like around October, November.
Yeah, we
We did
dropped
a
that.
video for it.
Yeah, we dropped the remix in
The
I think
fall.
it was in
Because Nicki
October.
killed that shit. Yeah.
We dropped it in October.
That's
It went
by the way, that's the genre of music I would love to see come back.
Yeah,
That
that's
Miami
how we-
bass shit.
Oh, absolutely,
my god.
absolutely. South got a lot of
Uncle Luke.
sounds, man.
Sada's great.
South got a lot of sounds.
But even with Tag Team and the Whoop That Is commercial, like
Mhm.
that shit had such an impact on people that young motherfuckers will fuck with it now, But if you're from a certain era, you automatically gonna give that
You know
side
it-
of Baby
yeah,
a listen.
absolutely.
Like, yo, that sound like,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? Whoop, there it is. You know?
Well, you see, like my man Beat King, like what he does with his shit. You know what I mean? Like he has like somewhere I think like remnants of that sound, like that kind of like a 3-6 sound, but more Houston. You know Beat King, right?
Nah.
Club Godzilla.
No.
Y'all don't know this.
That's what I got you for, Wayne.
You don't know the song Then Leave. Get the bread,
yes,
then leave. Yeah.
I listen to gospel, bro.
Get the bread,
Don't listen to no
then
fucking
leave.
That's a
gospel.
great
That's all I
song.
listen to is gospel, bro.
Yo, now I ain't gonna lie. Yo, you know what's crazy? If all you listen to gospel, you're a dangerous person. Cause all the niggas that I
listen
know.
to gospel,
No, listen,
bro.
all the niggas that I know that listen to only gospel, bro, is dangerous niggas for real.
What do I
That's
listen
serious.
to? Right now, if you look at my shit, it's only gospel music.
I'm
You
trying to
be a
figure out
dangerous
why you
person.
get the bread, the head, and leave. So she paying you and giving you head?
No,
I don't know.
She's
I mean, I don't know.
receiving like
the
the
bread.
gifts. Get that bread. She getting.
Oh, so it's a
head.
girl? It's a woman?
Yes.
Oh,
But that's the hook. That's the
okay,
hook.
all right.
Yeah.
So that's a woman song.
She's getting that bread.
I mean,
that
it's a
head,
dude
and
song, but-
out of here. See you later.
That's a human exchange. I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Women like that. Women like
You
that.
get wet a little bit? Shit.
What you
Let it
say?
get wet a little
tip
bit? Like
Put
something.
that-
Like,
People still use that shit?
Use what?
Let me just put the tip in.
I don't
you
know.
better try everything
better
if you just gonna
fuck
eat
that.
it
I
and
don't know,
motherfucking
man.
get paid. Fuck that. You better try
I don't know
everything.
nothing about none of that.
Yeah, me neither. I'm married.
Yeah, no, I'm
faithful
done.
black
Of
man.
course.
You done, Wax?
Fiance right now, I'm done. I ain't been doing nothing at all. I'm
When the
surprised
last
at
time you
myself.
cheated?
Last time I cheated was when I jerked off, and I
Not
was.
cheating. Stop.
Then what you want? That's all I could.
When the last time you
Listen,
doing another woman?
almost 2 years.
You're
ever
a
since-
liar. He's
I
a
just want to say
liar.
I am so proud of Wax.
Thank you, because I'm really doing this. Don't
Last week it was a year though.
He hasn't
Come
said
on,
nothing
stop,
like
man.
really
Last
flagrant
week you
today.
told me a year.
Right? Like
He
that's
is
not.
grown.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right
That's
now.
kinda crazy, though,
She
right?
knows. She knows exactly where I'm at. She know everything that's going on. She all my texts and all my fucking
I did see
DMs.
that on. I seen that
All
on-
this shit.
I
She got
seen
everything.
that.
She got my location. She knows exactly where I'm at right now. So
And
it's
I remember
nothing that
when
we
they
can do.
when they first started dating, I went to like beauty con or something. Like,
No,
like,
shut up.
I didn't. I never mind. But she's great.
What you said about what's going on in these streets, Charlamagne? Y'all crazy.
Yep. New season, Ivy.
Well, I got Who's Waxing Stores, and I'm also with this can of gifts.
I'm not trusting that. That shit
that
look funny.
lemonade.
No,
That
listen,
shit-
it's a company.
It's the bottle. It's
Listen,
the bottle.
It's the
Nah,
whole
respect.
thing,
around it.
Listen, it is, but I just bought this just so people could taste and understand where it's at. But this guy
You
right
pouring
here
like
is
shots?
really. No, yeah, I got shots right now, but it's really, really dope. And people got anxiety and stuff like you want to go to sleep. This right here put me to sleep the other night, and I ain't sleep like this in a long ass time. Just had a baby and stuff, so I don't even fuck with the edibles or anything. But I actually took this and it's really good. So I got this can of gifts. It's got Who's Wax lemonade. I got the Who's Wax in 36 stores in LA. You know what I'm saying?
That lemonade gonna pop off in the summer.
It's about to go crazy. I got the
Hell
slushies and I actually got the tea. I got the wax lemonade tea. You know what I'm saying? So it's
You
coming.
need a
Master
lemonade
P shit.
stand, like a lemonade pop up.
Watch how
Get some bad
Wax
bitches.
hard
it's
lemonade.
going to be a whole lemonade. It's going to be like a lemon. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be inside of a lemon. I'm going to have the whole outside.
Inside
It's
of a
going to be
lemon?
yellow. Watch how my shit do.
You gonna build some shit that you can't fit in, pause. Like you.
I ain't going to be the one selling this shit. I got people that hold it down. Everybody, listen, everybody like girls. You know what I'm saying? Because when we young, everybody suck titties. So everybody like girls.
All right, man.
Yo, he
all
said,
right.
'cause
When you a
we were
baby,
young,
women
everybody was
suck
wax,
titties
man.
and men suck
See,
titties.
look, we try to give the benefit of the doubt.
But that's why you put
We
women
opened
in
the door.
front. I'm
We
just
You went from a lemonade stand to sucking titties.
Yeah.
no, because I'm just saying I'll put a woman there. He said I can't fit in there, so I said I will put a woman there because everybody like girls.
Everybody likes women. No, I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
women like women and men like women. We
That's why
all
back
suck
in the day-
titties before.
Everybody says.
That's why they let women in free at parties. You know what I'm saying? Like back
Let
in the day,
them
you want to
in.
be where all the women at.
Absolutely.
Women want to be where all the women at. Like, all right.
Period. They don't want to be all these
That's my whole
guys.
life. I don't roll with no bunch of dudes. I don't know.
Nah, for what?
Man.
No
Those get you in
sausage
trouble,
fest.
man.
I want to talk about we had Big U on this week, right?
Mhm.
And we was talking, because the whole, I don't know if y'all seen Hip Hop Undercover. On
Yeah, well, I
FX on Hulu.
seen a little bit of it.
And it's got all the OGs from the streets, all of the people who have been behind the scenes of the music industry for so long, who keep people off these artists and stuff like that. And Big U was talking about people checking in, whatever, and he talked about, how Quando Rondo reached out to him a few days prior, but he was just basically like, man, you know, don't reach out now. You know, don't reach out when there's a fire.
Yeah.
Reach out before there's a fire to, you know, prevent the forest fire.
Right.
You know, you Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fire. That's true, right?
Right.
And so, you know, Quando Rondo responded to that yesterday and said he wasn't, you know, hitting Big U up for that. He was just wanting to get involved with some charity stuff, whatever. I just wonder, how do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about
checking in?
Yeah, young boys checking in with the OGs, like.
Sure.
I mean, it's necessary. It's not something we should do monthly, only when it applies. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk to you all the time, but like, as long as we're active and watching and we're not forgetful, you know, it's just a boundary of respect.
Always. That's all it is.
I get what you're saying, Ivy, but this is a whole different dynamic only because, like, when he's talking about Quando Rondo representing 60s. You know what I'm saying? And everybody know Big U is the big homie of the 60s. So when you start talking about the streets, that's a whole different thing. So for myself, like, I ain't in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not in the streets at all. But I have been in the streets, and I understand that, like, when you are affiliated with certain people and you want to be in certain spaces, you definitely need to be checking in.
Yeah,
now, checking in, I feel like the whole term check in is like the message gets blurred because there's one part of checking in where when y'all niggas get over here, y'all better make sure I know where y'all at and do whatever that because I'm protecting y'all. That's one form of checking in. But that's one form of checking in. Checking in, I feel like that's just having a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's like from time to time, like I might just text Charlamagne, just what's up?
Just check in.
That's
what I say.
Awesome, what's up shit. But when we talk about the streets element of it, right? Yeah, if you're gonna be moving and shaking, and the thing about it is like LA shit is totally different than the world.
I've never seen street politics like that in my life.
The thing about it is this: it's like if something happens to Quando Rondo, then it happens to all of the 60s. It don't just happen to Quando Rondo because you're going out and you're saying that you represent this neighborhood that these niggas is doing triple and quadruple life behind. So the thing about it is like I do get what Big U is saying. Quando was trying to frame it up in a different way. And I don't think that anything he was saying was wrong. I felt like him saying certain words kind of make it sound crazy. But like, it's just a matter of respect. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of respect. If I go to LA, like when I used to go to LA, I'm cool with some of Nipsey's people. I let them know I'm out there. Not that I don't need them to go to fucking Shoe Palace with me. You know what I'm saying? But like, I let them know that I'm out there because Nipsey would be like, yo, come past the store, nigga. If you want anything, you got it. You want, let's go get something to eat. Or I got other homies in LA.
First time we interviewed Nip, you was with him.
I wasn't with him. I was there because
that's
Karen
when you used to come to Breakfast Club to eat breakfast.
I never came to Breakfast Club to eat breakfast a day in my life.
Yes, you did.
Yo, so do you call what I do? I'm still in the streets.
Huh?
You call what I do? I'm still in the streets.
You be doing.
I'm just saying. I'm in 36 stores out there in LA, and I still have to shit.
No.
That's what I'm saying. But I still have to check in. No, there's people that I still, when I go to LA, I still let a couple of people know, yo, I'm in your town, and they make sure everything good. So it's more of safety and respect at the end of the day.
Well, it's respect just out of. I mean, for the most part, bro, it's no different than when we was kids. If you go, like if you go to your grandmom's house and you got to, because all of us have sets of friends in different places, and you go to your cousin's house. And you got friends that play ball over there, you gonna hit your friends up and let them know that you over there so that y'all can chill. Same shit when you go to LA. Like every time I go to LA, I hit certain niggas like, yo, I'm out here. Like I just hit Mixed by Ali, my man Ali that does, TDE Ali. I hit him up when I'm in LA, like, yo, what you doing? He come to the studio, come, let's vibe. Like it ain't. But when you in the streets, it's a different conversation.
I have to just let you know I'm in town. Yo, if you need anything, because I know how much money I'm getting
can mean a lot of things when you're in the streets.
I know how much money I'm getting out there. So it's certain people that I make sure. I don't care if I'm going out to eat. What y'all doing tonight? Come out to eat, or you know what I'm saying? I meet up just to show face and make sure like I'm good out there because they could do something like this and have me stop making money out there. If
you want some street shit, you need to have people everywhere.
But I ain't in the streets though. Like, that's what I'm saying.
You need to have people everywhere for real.
Ivy be doing that because Ivy be all out, mixy ass. You be outside. I know when you touch
Loopy Fiasco.
I be outside, and I do check in with everybody in every city that I'm in.
I just think that
it's like when you see me in the city, you not offended. Like, damn, why you ain't hitting me?
That's
it. And it's like I'm not hitting you up to see you. I'm just hitting you up to just be like, yo, I'm in your town. Just like if my friends come to New York, they at least have to let me know that
come on, man.
Yeah, bugging out.
I tried to check in with Ivy one time. I was like, yo, I want to float around the city. I'm gonna hit the clubs with you. She was like, put a bunch of questions like, nigga, you right. Like,
No, I was like, wrong text. The fuck?
Nah, that's a fact. Like when people hit me, like niggas hit me on a Friday, like, yo, I'm in the city. I be like, nigga, I'm in the bed watching the doubleheader on ESPN.
I'm already in the house.
I don't be moving around, but I do get it.
I try to stay out the way.
Charlamagne be yawning at 10 p.m.
It's respect.
He can't make it in the club.
no, listen, I ain't been out in a while, but I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes that shit be looking fun. I'm like, maybe I should flow through the club
Well,
one time.
if you do, please call me because I would love to be there.
Yeah, I be lying.
I'm cool,
to
man.
myself.
I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't gonna
It
do
look
that.
good for
the
2
only way I end
seconds.
up at the club is
2
by
seconds.
like by
Charlamagne
chance
drunk
now.
on
Like I don't
purpose.
like. Yeah, I don't.
I will-
Literally 2 seconds.
I will
Think
say though,
about it.
I felt bad for Quando Rondo. And the reason I felt bad for Quando Rondo, man, is because like I watched the videos he did. I watched, like, you know, I see Academics page. I watching the videos he posted, and you know, one of them he was like, I don't care, I'll die. Before I let my daughter see that I'm a bitch, I'll die. And I'm like, so you would rather not be here for your daughter, right? And it seems like to me, I don't know the brother.
They watch WWE.
No, I don't think it's that. I think he's crying out for help. I think that if you are an OG, you should figure out how you can put those fires out.
Well, he's in a very, very, very tough position. But beyond that, I feel like the streets got a mental illness, bro.
Oof.
The streets got a mental illness, my nigga. Like for years, bro. And this is just like maybe up until recently, I didn't feel comfortable being in certain places unless there was a weapon around. Whether that be like somebody with me got something. And this is when I was younger. Now I'm at the point where I don't want to be anywhere where niggas gotta have weapons at. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you might want to get out this studio.
Yeah.
I
But you
haven't
know.
gotten to that place in my life. yet.
No, but what I mean by that, what I mean by that though, is this like I'm talking about like to just enjoy a regular day. I'm talking about it now. I'm heavy Second Amendment. You know what I mean?
Word.
Like super Second Amendment. I'm
Yeah.
talking about like where niggas can't go to the store type of life. Where you can't go
nobody
walk
wants
to the
that.
store without having a hammer on you. I used to think that all of these things was regular, and they're not. In a lot of ways that
They're
I
not?
grew up, nah, bro.
My daddy scarred me a little bit. My daddy
from the
always
South,
told-
though, it's different.
My daddy was like, don't leave the house without something.
Something.
No,
nigga.
yeah, but you from the South, so like, you gotta remember, bro. I'm born and raised in New York. Like
I'm
it's
from
not
Jersey. And
our culture
you
not like that.
always have.
Yeah, but we
something.
talking about in the streets. But
Yeah.
why is that? We have that for protection of a person that look exactly like you. You
Well,
get what I'm
now
saying?
I'll be on the lookout for that. Them white supremacists.
I be looking out for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I be looking out for a lot of people, but I'm just saying it's like
You don't know
the
how it's
streets definitely
coming.
got it. Like to hear Quando Rondo say that shit, I didn't think it was funny, cool. I thought it was sad.
I thought
bro.
that shit was sad.
That
yo.
shit is sad. Like
thought it was sad.
I die before my daughter say I'm a bitch.
God
Like
damn.
Come on,
no
bro.
way,
Easy.
bro.
That's what
I'll
I'm
be a
saying.
bitch all
That's
day to
wild.
be here to watch my daughters get older.
That's
the
when you
thing
the man.
about it is that it's like the definition. What do you define as a bitch? Because a lot of people define that word bitch in a lot of different ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of people think that being a bitch is just living a regular life as a civilian. You know what I'm saying? It's people that really believe that, and that's why I'm saying like the
I'm
hood,
not super
That's
bitch,
that. Well, I don't care.
bro.
I
The
want to
hood
chill.
got
Civilian
the hood got a
lifestyle.
mental illness, bro. Like for real.
I felt bad too because I saw Quando. He was like, yo, he reached out. He said, he was like, I want to get into more community service. I want to get my face clean, this and that.
Right.
So when I'm hearing that, I'm like, man, somebody put their arm around that boy. I don't know how deep
he
them
can't.
waters are he in. I don't know.
Bro, you seen what? Come on, you know what's going on.
I
bro.
know, but I don't
I
know.
Can't stand that. Like niggas ain't trying to stand next to that right now. And I'm
Lord
not
have
like
mercy.
the thing about it is just that like I think I met Quando because he signed to Atlantic. I met him at the Warner holiday party, the Warner Grammy party last year. He's actually a cool kid, but like, man, he's in a tough predicament. You know what I'm saying?
That don't make y'all sad to see brothers in that position, man.
Bro,
where they feel like it's just fuck it. If I die, I die. If I get killed, I
But
get killed.
I see,
No,
bro.
no.
That ain't beyond artists, bro. That's my block. My block like that.
Yeah.
For real. Like
I'm
niggas-
talking people off the ledge all the time.
I've seen like my generation go to prison. Like it's niggas that's coming home that I grew up with that went to jail when we was 18, coming home now.
Yeah, 20 years.
20 years later.
All day long.
But to your point, to you and Wax's point, that's what makes it so sad because Quando is a brother who's getting a chance to live a dream that so many people want. Like he's an actual rapper that gets paid to do what it is he does. Like he's got an opportunity to really make something of his life.
All right, so look, that was
That's why they gonna fuck him up.
aside from that situation, bro, it's about what niggas is putting out in this universe, bro. These niggas be putting out a lot of negativity. Yo, the hip hop as a culture, that shit is detrimental to every way of life that we say we want to have. Like for real, it's detrimental to health. It's detrimental to family.
That's why I listen to
You know what
gospel,
I mean?
bro.
It's detrimental on a lot of different. Because guess what, bro? If the artist that everybody fucks with kills somebody and goes to trial and gets away with it, everybody's happy about it.
Yep.
Everybody's like, oh shit, he's a real nigga.
But you done caused that family so much trauma.
But nobody's thinking about that when it's the nigga they like.
Yeah.
When it's somebody else, oh, that's fucked up. It's this, it's that, it's the third. It's fucked up all the way around the board. I always say, bro, that line from 5 Yo Foreign, send me the Addy, I'm hunting them down. That's the biggest line of Big Drip. That's the moment in the club, right? When that happened to Pop Smoke. That happened to Pop Smoke.
That's why.
You get them, you feel me? So but at the same time, niggas is not stopping nothing. It's only making them go harder and harder down the hole of destruction.
They don't know how to separate being who they want to be with who they are. If that makes sense.
They don't know that they playing a role.
They don't know that they playing a role because they stay mixing like that street mentality with music business, and that's just
music business.
You're gonna hit a wild ceiling.
Our generation fucked it up, and I tell you why. Our generation
did.
fucked it up because and I'm guilty of it too. But there was a time where I used to like to see my gangster rappers doing gangster shit. I'm like, y'all don't want to hear that gangster shit if y'all ain't really out here busting.
You saw.
Bro, I was like, I'm an honorary member of State Property. I was around a whole lot of gangster shit. We ain't do no shows without guns. We beat niggas up, radio niggas, all types of people. And yeah, it's a way detrimental to your life because you see like down the line that it doesn't pay for nothing. Like it's like, bro, it's like now we see all of these artists. Cause everybody gang, that's what I'm saying. Even with the gang shit, everybody gang. Then these feds is like, oh, y'all niggas is gang. We bringing the dice.
Everybody got a job now. Everybody got a job, bro.
Oh, y'all niggas getting money and y'all on gang shit. All right, put 1 + 2 that equal Rico. Like you know what I'm saying? Like and they doing this shit. And I can't tell nobody what they should claim or how they should feel. Cause I've been a part of a lot of bullshit that I didn't want to. But it comes to a point where it's what's worth it. Like what is it worth?
Grow up, nigga.
Bro, it's
and even if you wanna like, stay in that gang in that circle, don't let that be your selling point.
Oh, you don't see what this kid CJ going through right now?
Yeah.
With that Whoopty record? Bro, the dude La Brim sent he's the person who coined that term, and he's like, yo, I'm not saying nothing should happen to the kid, but he made a song that is perpetuating a lifestyle that got me 30 years in prison. So end of the day, like everybody in the club, whoop-dee, that's the shit that they was yelling when they was doing whatever they was doing, and the feds came down on them niggas, and this young black man got 30 years of his life taken away from him.
Okay, explain to your old Uncle Charla.
Yeah, I'm lost.
What is
whoopty? Is a term of the Hounds, Brims, a blood gang in New York, and La Brim, who is like one of the big homies of that shit. That was when they was in the
up shit for Ivy.
In his indictment, they used that term. Whoopty. What the prosecutor? Well, what does whoopty mean? Whoopty. The person that's telling is whoopty mean this. Only people that's allowed to say it is that. We came up with that term. That's our thing. Now the CJ kid, I don't know him. Never met him a day in my life. But he puts out a video called Whoopty. Everybody got red flags on. They throwing up all types of shit. They throwing up them nigga signs. And it's niggas in jail sitting behind the wall for the next forever.
Yeah, so you celebrating a lifestyle that got people fucked up. So I can totally understand why if I was in jail, I'd be mad as hell, especially if you had some time to sit down.
Because it ain't about getting a check or not.
Yeah.
It's just about like, bro, this what you doing?
You sending motherfuckers
But arguably, a lot of these artists who make these songs, they don't even know that it's on the brink of being one of the biggest sensations.
They don't, but the only thing that it is that if you a rapper that's unsuccessful, you can do whatever you want.
Exactly.
like when you have
he
success,
was that.
I mean, yeah, but it's like once you, because that's the thing. It's like because streets and the office is not one of the same. Like Wax, all that. Like I mean, it sound cool, but you can't be even with the buzz shit, bro. You can't be beating niggas up in that.
No, I get it, but yes,
in
I'm
that field. You feel?
I get it, but I definitely fuck me up and get you.
Right.
I mean, life is life.
I wonder. I wonder like how much do we point the finger at a guy like CJ though, because he's coming from an environment where he's just talking about what's happening in his life, right? Same thing with Bobby Smurda. Like when Bobby Smurda put out Hot Nigga, like that was his life. Like we tell artists to be real and we tell them to rap about what's going on.
I'm not for that real shit no more. I'm for what's entertaining, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you
that
why.
is entertaining.
That's entertainment.
Yeah, but the thing about it is like, yeah, but shit be happening. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like I don't know. Like I take care of niggas that's in prison right now. So it's like, and they be trying to live life based on entertainment. Not like I said about the wrestling shit. It's a difference. It's like, bro, when we know that wrestling is, that's why they put disclaimers, don't try this shit at home, because one of y'all little kids might kill each other doing this shit, right? We don't put nutrition facts on music.
Right.
We don't put nutrition facts on that shit.
I guess you could say the parental advisory sticker.
That shit don't mean nothing. I'm talking about
that mean watch it.
We don't. I would love for, like, all right, Lil Tecca had a big hit record, and of course we knew he didn't have a 9 and none of that. He turned niggas into dancers. I would love for a nigga that looked the part to be like, I'm not no street nigga. I'm no different than Robert De Niro.
Well, I think you need it the other way, right? You need a guy like a Wayno or a guy like there's somebody you know was really out there to tell you that shit ain't it no more.
21 Savage does it.
21 Savage. Great example.
He's great at, he knows how to speak though.
I love 21
A lot of
Savage.
niggas don't know how to like convey a message. Like 21 Savage knows how to speak, and I feel like, but if you look at his sheet, it's like, yeah, he been through everything, but we need more transparency with the hood, because these kids is growing up idolizing all that. Like, bro, New York is like Chicago right now, bro. How Chicago was 10 years ago.
Really?
New York, bro, absolutely. That
I
Brooklyn,
ain't coming to the club with you no time.
that Brooklyn shit, bro.
No, it's ugly right
I'm telling you, that Brooklyn shit. Yo, if you see the shit, I hate the fact that you could go on Instagram and see people die, bro. But like, the shit that these kids out here doing is crazy. Like, and I grew up in the 90s. I was born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, and that shit was crazy.
Tough.
These little niggas, they not even beefing over bread, selling drugs. These niggas
beefing over nothing.
These niggas is literally beefing over
Instagram comments.
Brooklyn is
Brooklyn was
crazy,
crazy last summer, but Brooklyn gentrified as hell now.
Yeah, all right, nigga. Then
But
after
the
projects,
areas that's not, come on.
yeah,
now.
that shit. That's because it's a mentality, bro. Like, you could put 100 Starbucks, that ain't gonna change how niggas think. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't change how niggas think, because a lot of these
Starbucks
kids
is in the way of the bullets.
A lot of these kids, bro, they ain't got the parents, bro. Like, they parents ain't there. It's young men and women that's leaving these kids out here to raise themselves, bro.
But it's also like a trail of lineage of neglect and also being naive. You know what I'm saying? Like, their parents probably didn't have the best examples as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's accountability, like, throughout the whole, like, bloodline.
But they gotta come to a point where niggas is stepping in and just, like, for me, I ain't gonna lie, bro, the only thing I really want to do is like, and I'm not no example for men. Like, I don't feel like I'm the shining example for men. I'm not the fucking CEO or the president of men. But I feel like for the stuff that I've been through, I do want to, like, talk to younger brothers and sisters about, like, all the time. Not because I did a lot of the wrong shit to learn how to do the right shit. I did mad wrong shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Period.
I did a lot of wrong shit, but it's like, I want to be able to sit and talk with them about like being able to see, bro. If I couldn't see something for myself, Charlamagne, I'd be dead, bro. My mom, I remember I told you my mom was gonna send me to South Carolina because my aunt lived in South Carolina. She was gonna send me down there when I was 14 because I was wilding, but I wouldn't have been the person I was. But at that point, if I didn't have no foresight, bro, I would not be in this seat. And I'd be feeling like all these kids got something special with them. They just don't have people that's unlocking it. They around airheads all day.
They don't have hope. Yes. It's about knowing better and doing better and having an example. And a lot of these kids, they don't have that.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the examples that they have, they've never shaken their hand. You know, like, it's different when you have a real life person like, yo, don't do that.
And the men
like,
and the women too, because yo, these young, I be seeing kids, bro. Like, you know what's the craziest shit I see? A 16-year-old kid having a baby shower. Like, you know how crazy that is to me? Bad enough that a 16-year-old kid got pregnant.
Celebrating it. Celebrating it? You about to show a shower? Like, what the going thought? I'm on the same page. I don't like none of that wild shit.
I'm just,
wearing the Burberry.
No, but yo, we going.
If you get pregnant at 16,
we're not celebrating this.
Fat jacket with the first snorkel. That's the only thing you should get.
Bro, this is a tragedy.
It is.
Because it's a tragedy because it's like, I just look at the timeline, bro. 6 years ago, you was fucking 10. You about to bring more poverty into this world.
You married?
And the thing is like, it's not enough, like, because you know what everybody feel like, well, ain't my cousin, ain't my daughter, ain't my...
Yeah. Nah. Who was the person for y'all? Who was the person that made y'all see the world in a bigger way?
Bro, I had mad examples on my block. Because that's why I said, it's like, on my block, I had niggas, I was looking up the niggas that was hustling, but then I had like my man Jamie, his uncle, he's a CEO on Rikers. And when he found out I was gangbanging, that nigga pulled me to the side. He said, yo, listen, I know what you out here doing, I'm just telling you stop right now because when you get on the island, there's nothing I could do for you.
Wow.
He's like, when you get to the island, all that shit that I be catching you doing, you gonna have to live up to that when you get to the island. And he like, I know that you better than that. So for me, I was looking for acceptance from, I didn't grow up with a man in my house nor an older brother. So I was looking for acceptance from any man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was looking for any nigga to just be little bro me or some shit.
You'd have found that in Rikers.
Absolutely, but
You
I'd have found it in the wrong ways. And the thing, because yo, y'all niggas,
real shit.
But bro, I had like, you know how that term, it take a village to raise a chick? Like my building raised me, bro. Like not only just my mom, but like my man, his mom, she was a CO too. My other man, his grandmoms, like we was a group of kids. Me and my friends, we was a group of kids that like people cared about us. So when they seen us going down the wrong path, they say something. And then what was the biggest eye opener for me, Charlamagne? I never was being myself. When I lived on the east side, when I go to the west side, I be a different nigga. I be doing all types of shit I don't do on my block. I get to my block, I try to front like I'm a good kid, but on the west side, I'm gang banging, jumping niggas, acting all crazy. And
what do you call that?
Huh?
Would you call that? Because I'll do it to just come to like, I rise to the occasion. Like I can go to the church.
Yeah.
I bring the church ladies to Bible study on Wednesdays. But when I'm in the street, I'm still waxed. Like I really beat people up, and I like. I'm saying I play the church music.
Balance.
You know what I'm saying? It's a balance.
But for me, that's not as a teenager. That's not balanced. That's you not knowing who you are. I should have just been the kid that I knew I was. That loved Star Wars.
That young, you knew yourself?
No, I didn't know myself.
At the time.
Yeah. So you're trying to find it. I get
you're trying to find yourself, but bro, along that path, bro. Like I said, bro. Like I got. My first friend I ever had in my life is tattooed on my arm. He got murdered. Like I got friends. Like I got friends, 15 years, 17 years. Niggas who one of my little mans. I known this nigga since he was 12. He just took a 5-year plea. So it's like I've seen so many generations of like the same bad cycle. You know what it is, bro? To be all right, 15. Niggas that I'm growing up with, they going to jail for crazy biz. And the niggas that's older than us, they going to bid. Then Then the niggas that's under me, that's 10 years younger than me, they become men from little kids, 8-year-olds, and they catching indictments. And then the niggas that's under them now. That shit is unsettling on so many levels. So for me, like the turning point for me was I didn't want my mom. My mom said that the craziest feeling she ever had was coming home from work. And every time they got everybody laid out on the floor, her having to look to see if I'm on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, I just saw something for myself. It wasn't a specific person. Because a lot of niggas, even you know what I mean?
Who was it for you, Ivy?
I mean, I definitely had a tribe too. I was blessed enough to like be raised where my parents were hella protective of me. Like growing up in like a risky neighborhood, they were like, hell no. And just how you said, like when kids grow up, they don't know who they are or what they want to be. And I think that my frame of thought growing up was I don't know what I want to be, but I do know what I don't want to be. And I applied those things to my life, and I don't know. People saw things in me that I didn't see yet, and they were like, yo, like, don't be what you think is right. Because what I think is right is, you know, in my teenage years is being that girl with the fat ass, getting the boys and living that fast life. And it's like, no, bitch, like you got substance.
That's right. That's right.
You got smarts. You beautiful. Like don't fucking compare yourself. Like just stay in your lane, mind your business and work. Apply yourself. I feel like a lot of people don't apply themselves. People will say, I wish I could live this. I wish I had that. We wish, but what do you do?
That's right.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So
that's why we got to give people something to do. You know what I'm saying? Because when we talk about, even we were talking about earlier with the business, and it was only one way to do things. Like now, a lot of these kids feel like they don't have no way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I didn't read books when I was younger, if I didn't listen to music, if I didn't meet people like Ivy said that saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, and told me like, no, motherfucker, go do this. Like my dad was on my ass. Like, yo, if you don't change your life, you're gonna end up in jail or dead. Then I, meet mentors like my man Dr. Robert Evans, who was like, man, fuck that rap shit. You suck. Go stick to this radio thing. Like just little things like that along the way. But you got to be willing to listen. That's the problem. These motherfuckers ain't listening. And if they are listening, they're listening to the wrong people.
Literally.
Yeah, that's tough, man. My pops was a street nigga. I mean, my pops, he died a street nigga, but like my pops, the only problem I had with my dad was like, he told me, don't do all of this stuff, but he never like, I wish he would have, when I was younger, he would have
showed you what to do.
Yeah, it's like it just was like a dictation. Like, Like,
don't do as I do, do as I say.
yeah, like.
That was the grown-ups. That was the grown-ups.
Like, my pops was a number runner, and he was like a dope nigga and all that. So it's like by the time I got old enough, I just had a rebellion. Like, nigga, you can't tell me what to do. Like, you do wrong, but you tell, but I should have looked at it. Yeah, but I didn't find the wisdom. I found the wisdom in it later on. Like when I got older, and like when I got older, I started to understand him as a man. But like I didn't. It's hard to understand it to a kid, especially when you don't live in my house.
Yeah,
like, you don't live in my house, nigga. You can't tell me.
That's why I'm trying to grab mine as much as possible right now. But like in my situation, I had the mother and father growing up in the church and stuff. Great examples for me. It's just that we was poor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it was like I was going out there looking at all these drug dealers and stuff like that. I was doing it, but I actually listened to them because it was like a fiend, the one that got me to go to college. I had all these people that great. My brother, a sergeant for years. My father passed, and my mom, a great woman. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I looked at these. I was like, I do not want to be like this nigga. I don't want to be like this nigga. That's why I started going good. You know what I'm saying?
Charlamagne, do you have one thing? I gotta think. A fiend said the realest shit to me ever, and I feel like everybody who's ever been outside, a fiend has said some real shit to you at least once.
Yeah, of course.
This fiend on my block, his name was Chip, right? I was standing in front of my building. He came outside. He's like, yo, you got the hard? I was like, no. He's like, you got soft? I was like, no. He said, you got weed or anything? I was like, no. He's like, what the fuck is you standing out here for?
That's right. You dumbass.
He's like, what you standing out here for? You ain't got nothing.
You ain't got nothing, nigga.
Like, I was like, yeah, I shouldn't be standing out here.
And my thing, I had everything, and the fiend would not buy the shit from me. He was like, yo, Wax, you play ball better than either. You bigger and stronger than everybody. What the fuck? You have to do this with all these rest of these niggas out here doing. And he would not buy that shit from me. I ended up chilling with him all day, ended up buying him food, and he ended up getting the crack for free. But still, being with a crackhead that long, he gonna get the shit out of you.
People being able to see what you don't see in yourself is such an important thing.
Oh,
yeah,
bless
especially when you're talking about people like the fiends, because they're looking at you and they're like, I had that type of ambition once.
Right.
You know what I mean? I had the opportunity to be something great once.
Right.
It's like, bro, you want to end up like me? If you want to end up like me, keep doing what the fuck you doing.
Right.
That's what I always.
So do we keep the kids away from the fiends then? Because if somebody had kept me away from crackheads and fiends, I wouldn't have been right.
Help. I mean, but by the way, it's just environment. Certain shit, we keep acting like we can avoid certain shit. You just can't.
Yeah.
Certain people grow up in certain environments. They're gonna be around certain things. If you grow up in the jungle, you're gonna run into a lion. You know what I mean? So if you grow up into a certain environment, you're gonna know the crackhead. It's like the neighborhood crackhead is like the neighborhood freaking ice
mascot.
Cream man. The mascot.
Yeah, he cool.
You just don't know him.
Everybody know auntie.
My dad was pointing to me. My dad used to be pointing at fiends, saying to me, that motherfucker used to be the best athlete in high school. She used
ran
to
the fastest.
person in the world.
Man.
I go home right now. They still alive.
Oh, yeah.
Still
alive.
Like 60, 70 years old.
Yo, bro, I could drive through Harlem right now. So it's gonna be a nice day today. And everybody, certain people that I grew up with, is on the same block they was when we was kids.
I seen Deke yesterday, bro. Deke blind right now. Everything. Deke the one who got me to go through, and he literally, I seen him yesterday at the park.
Still alive.
And and bypass everybody. I don't know if he's still smoking. I ain't been out there in a while, and I damn sure ain't give him nothing. But it's like I don't have no idea.
Yeah, man.
Listen, it didn't mean to turn this into an after-school special. we hope that you learned something. All right. Anything else y'all want to plug before we get up out of here?
Bully and the Beast, man.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll do Bully and the Beast. Y'all make sure y'all go watch that. Every Monday is coming out, and I think I got some other stuff. Whatever she says, I'm on that podcast, and go to the LA stores and go ask for the Who's Wax. If it ain't in there, beast them and be like, why the Who's Wax not in here? You know what I'm saying? But it's in 36 stores right now. Y'all go get that, and I had a lemonade for y'all for this summer.
Coming soon.
Ivy,
anything?
I'm just living my best life. Podcast with Charla coming soon.
Yes.
When he answers my text.
Stop.
You stop.
Wayno, anything?
Stop.
Yeah, I'm super tapped back in on the music side. I've been doing a lot of stuff with Asylum, working on Sada Baby's album.
When that's dropping?
I don't want to lie. We trying to get it together. But want to shout to my man Dallas Martin. He came in as president of Asylum, my vice president.
Thanks.
So we making a lot of stuff happen. Also, I did a series during Black History Month called Making with Amazon, where I interviewed Sway Lee, Gunna Stall, Big Sean and Hit Boy, Earth Gang, and also Masego and his manager Henny. You can check that out. But you can find me everywhere, Wayno 119. Even on PlayStation 5. If you play 2K and you want some smoke, Wayno 119. Like I said, Wayno's out here broke. Cash App, send them Cash Apps in. Wayno 119.
That's not what your watch says, but I feel you, Wayno.
Yeah, that watch is speaking for you right now. Let my
Facts.
watch talk for me.
It's
Wrist talk for me.
It's all right.
What up,
And you
homie?
can follow me at the Ivy Rivera, TheIvyRivera.
That's right.
Boom.
Listen, as always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you listen to this podcast and you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.